And good morning, or sorry, good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports. And as you can see, all of you know what happened. So I'm just going to say it right over here. I just want to say condolences to you, Mr. Charlie Kirk, and the family of Charlie Kirk, and any friends and workers of Charlie Kirk, or anyone that even had conversations with him. I just want to say condolences, especially to our friend Charlie Kirk, who was lost. And whether you agree with his opinions or not, the bottom line is a life was lost. And all I can say is this is a very devastating day in our country. And I just want to say that I will admit it. Like, when I heard the news, my friend texted to me, and I just parked my car and just absolutely freeze of horror. But anyways, I'm just gonna get right to the point where I just want to say Charlie Kirk, in some ways, indirectly inspired me. I didn't even realize it, that he opened himself to conversations with people that did not agree with him. And you know what? And that, in some ways, inspired me to also have open conversations with everyone in the sports world. I've had pretty heated exchanges with people regarding Scott Service and my feelings on him, about how ownership runs baseball, regarding how to fan. And you know what? I came to an acceptance that I accept any kind of opinions from anyone. I don't block people. The only people that I block are people that just send inappropriate things on my chat feed. But yes, with the game about to start, until that first pitch, let's have a moment of silence for our good friend Charlie Kirk, whether you are with him or against him. And not that I'm going to express any of my kind of political things or anything like that, because that's just not my place to do it on this sports channel. But I will. Everyone, please join me in the silence until that very first pitch. And that first pitch is coming. I just want to say thank you to those who joined in for the silence. And due to the wake of tragedy, as you can see, I don't have my SeatGeek thing in there, and I will also be demonetizing this show for today because it just doesn't feel right, especially for someone that I highly respected. Whether I agreed with him or not, I highly respected his passion and everything like that. And I would explain more, but we got a game to start. And that first pitch is about to happen. And it's brought to you by Rest in Peace. And now here is the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. And we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. This is Lars Nuke Bear, who's batting .241 with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs. And now here is the next pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 2-0. Not exactly an ideal start for Logan Gilbert thus far. Yep, I think everyone feels it too. And now here's the 2-0. And now here's the pitch. And that is low for a ball. And I titled it as Rest in Peace, Charlie Kirk, but I just didn't think it was necessary. I didn't want to feel like I was being an opportunist of putting keywords just to bring people to my channel, because that would just be very selfish. And now the 3-0 pitch, and that is a strike finally, as we're at a 3-1 count. I'll admit it, I was very distracted today and rattled throughout the day. No one could have saw this coming. And now we are looking at, I got to change that scoreboard as well. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's a good way to get out of a 3-1 count. And Suarez is there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out. And as you can see as well, I am also not doing the show from my traditional studio because of Don't Quit Your Day Job just did not get me off work on time. So I'm doing this at this location. So once again, it's going to be off the tablet, no microphone, and I'm watching the game on my phone. So I appreciate all of your flexibility. And now here is the next pitch. I mean, this is a very significant, not significant, but this is a very impactful moment. Like when we have athletes talking about it, including like Robert Griffin III and Golden Tate, this is a big deal. As we're at 1-0, and now here is the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. Like the way I see it too, Charlie Kirk, what he was able to do was he was able to bring the younger generation to support a certain side that, frankly, and now here's the 1-1 pitch, frankly, it was an age group that the side had a really difficult time drawing into because they were painted as the group for the much more older adults. But he was able to connect with the audience, and whether you like it or not, he was able to do something that many believe was not thought of possible. As we are at 2-1 for Herrera, and now here is the pitch, and here is going to be a ground ball foul. And I know I may sound distracted, and by the way, if there is anyone that does not like the fact that I'm putting this out there because you may not like what he says, you don't like the party, that's fine. You don't have to be here. You are in no obligation to be on my show. It's okay. Even if you want to say something, go ahead. And now here is the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. And I would imagine that many of the players could be rattled because many athletes at this age group are in the millennials, maybe one Generation X player, but it's mostly millennials and Generation Z. So they are, I would imagine they are touched by this. A 2-2 pitch. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and that is actually going to be gone. That is a home run for Herrera, and I didn't even realize that it was just drilled out there. Randy Arozarena didn't even turn around, and now it is a 1-0 lead, and that is a home run by Ivan Herrera, and already we have a 1-0 game just already. This is something that the Mariners tend to do. Their starting rotation tends to give up that early run. It's like the definition of not being able to wake up early. And that ball was just absolutely just drilled. And now we got a 1-0 game. And I better change that on the banner as well because, well, here we go. Yep, absolutely. And now here is the next pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is strike one. And the reason why I'm putting a tribute to Mr. Charlie, I am at my old house again because I didn't have time to get to my studio. But yeah, Charlie, he did inspire me to at least have open conversations to people I disagree with, including fans of the Astros, fans of the Cubs. Yes, I'll put you in there, Christian, because we don't agree on everything. Flick of the switch, we're not always on the same page. I bring everyone to the table here. And now here's the 1-1 pitch. And that is low for a ball. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like he was able to bring in so many people that didn't even agree with him. And because mostly like when someone disagrees with something, they just shut them off and just cancel them. But he was open to anything. Now, sure, he interrupted, and now here's a 2-1. That's a foul ball. Sure, he interrupted some conversations, but that all happens in the heat of moment. It's a very stressful career that he does have. Well, I don't think Mariners losing today I don't think that has any correlation. You can almost say that to the Cardinals. Bottom line is everyone's got to play their baseball game just like I got to do my show, the pitch. That is outside for a ball. He was a very impactful, inspiring figure, and that's why I think it's appropriate of me to do this. The only reason I didn't think it was appropriate because I just didn't want to provoke any controversy, but I think everyone at this point is on the same page on the level of shock as we got a swing and a miss, strike three, and that is going to be 2 outs. And Josh, Yeah, I mean, no matter what you shouldn't do that, but it's just absolutely devastating what just happened. And Josh, I'm putting you on the show. But yeah. And now we've got the next pitch. And the Mariners absolutely have to win this game. Now the pitch, and that is going to be a fly ball drilled to left center field, but actually that's going to be playable, and Randy Arozarena makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. Other than the fact that a home run was given up, this was actually a pretty solid pitching outing by Logan Gilbert. Many could disagree, but whatever. And Josh, how are you doing today? As you can tell, we're all extremely rattled what happened. Like, I would imagine, like, even people that did not agree with him are still going to say, we're shocked.
Yeah. Because there were a lot of my class, because I will say that a lot of people at the university that I go through for graduate school lean one way, typically. I won't say which way, but you can probably pick
Everyone
it up.
gets the idea. It's just that we don't want YouTube to, like, catch our little keywords.
Yeah. But yeah, they were talking about it. And what was crazy is people were watching the video.
I saw the video myself, and I was absolutely just shocked. And I was like,
I saw a little bit of it.
It would have taken a freaking miracle for him to survive that. Like, when I heard the moment I heard
what like the only way he's surviving is if there happened to be an ambulance right next to him and like 30 doctors or paramedics standing
had to be, yeah. So, like, even with blood transfusion, it was still too late for that, for him to be salvaged. And it makes me wonder, like, what's that going to mean for other content creators out there? Not only just for political figures, but what about even sports figures? Maybe that's just me going out on a limb. Well, but you would think if you're at least if you're a famous person and you're at a certain event, whether you're outdoors and indoors, I would imagine that they're going to invest heavy into security, because I think this sets an absolute precedent on no matter what the event is. I think it's going to set the precedent that they're going to be more heavily invested into security because of something like this. As by the way, we are back from the break. We got Randy Arozarena up to the plate.
The thing is that,
and the pitch, and that is a strike.
Like, the problem is we're in a society that, for whatever reason, people think it's a good thing to go to public places and shoot people. That's the problem. And until you figure out the answer to that, it's going to keep happening, no matter how much security you have. That's the sad fact. Well, the Astros, they were a blind squirrel, and they found a nut today and beat the Blue Jays. No, Sleepy's still at large. Well, I say he, but the shooter is still at large. Well, it's just me. Anyone in chat, like, having any issues? Because Roof just left. Yeah, but I just looked it up, and it said, like, a story about from 10 minutes ago saying that there's still a manhunt for person. Christian, you're one to talk. You're not even leading the NL Central.
As you can tell, my internet was pooping out for a moment. That's why you didn't see me. As Arozarena pops out. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did see that flick of the switch. So what happened was the old man, he was not the guy. It was the wrong person. And then
they
second guy they questioned, and then they were like, nope. So it seems that this perpetrator seems to be at large. So for everyone out there, please stay safe. especially if you're a person of big name, please stay safe as well. Now here is Cal Raleigh up to the plate, the pitch, and that is outside for a ball. And many people don't know yet, but the New York Yankees, as of now, I think are the only baseball team that did pay tribute to him and ask for a moment of silence. Classy move by them. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a pop-up, and that's not going to really amount to anything. And actually, it might actually drop in. A diving catch by the center fielder. He makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 outs.
But Christian, it's not that. It's not the best hitting team since the 27 Yankees. It's the reason why the Brewers are so good is because their approach to what they're going to try to do at the plate is way different than any other team. Most other teams, you can probably say easily what their hitting approach is. Hit home runs. That's it. They don't care if you hit singles. They don't care if you hit doubles. They don't care about triples. They just want the home run. That is the approach of basically every other team. The Brewers,
now the pitch, swing and a miss at the dirt, and that's going to be strike 2.
The Brewers, on the other hand, are prioritizing contact, singles, doubles. Sure, you get a home run, great, but they don't prioritize that. They're prioritizing getting men on base because if you get guys on base, you can then keep getting more and more runs.
Julio is on an 0-2 right now.
Like our second best pitcher.
And the pitch, low for a ball.
But honestly, we need to fire our hitting coach because fun fact about the Astros hitting coach is he's been there since I want to say 2017 or is it 2016?
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. And I think this inning is already setting the tone of how this game is going to go. And we go to the top of the second inning, and it is still 1-0 Cardinals.
It's 1-0. They made up that deficit. You know, they made up a bigger deficit last night.
I don't know.
They got the good luck charm in here.
Funny thing is, I had a consideration of putting Charlie Kirk's name on my channel, but I felt like if I did that, I feel like I was be too much of an opportunist, and I don't like.
Well,
I think I just go too far. I think having a banner is enough.
Well, and also, sad thing is for how things are today, you would get bad stuff.
I don't need to necessarily attract an audience to basically try to take me down.
Yeah.
But this show, due to the events that did happen, including 2 people shot in Colorado high school, I think it was a Catholic church, also happened. So due to all the events today, I will not be asking for any donations, no SeatGeek, nothing. I will still play those little funny pizza commercials, but that's about it. Not even my SeatGeek commercial will even be played. So this is going – and same thing for tomorrow. Because it's going to be 9/11 anniversary, I am also not going to ask for anything. So as much as I would love to make this a side hustle, today and tomorrow is just not that time right now. I can wait until I can wait till Sunday or Saturday for that matter. So, and we are back from the break. It's going to be Super Mario Day on Sunday for the Mariners. So go over there and
wait. I actually
RPG. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you too.
I actually have the perfect thing for it.
And now we've got, oh my God. And now we've got Gorman as we are back from the break. And now the pitch. I know, I saw it on social media myself where people were celebrating. There was even a person in Seattle holding a sign doing that celebration too. And I'm like, wow, that takes balls to do that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Now the 1-0 pitch.
I will say that most people at the campus were like very much, wow, that just happened. And
it was an absolute shock, and everyone should be shocked because this is a guy of around my age. Yeah. And we're at 2-0. And now here is the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Logan Gilbert's struggling. He is just not on his game today. And
did you say he was settling in?
And one of our viewers on this show, they're wondering that if any of the players are feeling of any feelings on this. I would imagine that they would be. Just
Yeah.
because he is in that generation of millennials and
Oh, yeah.
Generation Z, and they've at least had to see his feed once in a while.
Yep. And Christian, this is the DS.
And the pitch.
Like,
And a swing and a miss strike too.
okay, let's see.
Fritz says you got to remember that a tiny minority social media takes the worst and amplifies them to make it common. I hear you, Fritz. I do, but we also got news outlets also.
Yeah.
Just look it up. I'm not going to say much.
But Christian, while this is a new version of it,
3-2.
This is the DS's
Ball
great
forward, take your
grandparents. Because the Game & Watch was a product Nintendo put out in the 80s. Early 80s, too.
Hey, it's all about that Mr. Game & Watch character from Super Smash Bros. And that guy, do not mess with him.
Hey, I play Pikachu and Mewtwo a lot. I've also tried out Ridley sometimes.
We got Sagis up to the plate. Now we got men on first, and now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled.
You know, though, speaking of the DS, do you own the Mariners DS?
No, I don't. I own a DS. I own a DS, and it's broken.
But
I have
you should buy the Mariners DS. Let's see what it is on price charting.
And just go on DK Oldies, man. They have the most fair prices. Go on DK Oldies.
No.
It's DK Oldies mail time.
Okay, let's see. Mariners DS.
We're at 1-1 thus far. But the thing is, I wouldn't think that. Oh, hold on. We got 1-1 so far for Sagis. Did I even say his name right? I don't even know at this point. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at actually some of the sales ones. Ooh, it's a lot more than $60. I guess there's some that are like 4 parts only, and those, you'll get around that. But yeah,
the 1-2. And now here is a fly ball at deep left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And the throw to second, not in time. They had to play at second, but Gorman got there in time.
Or did he jog?
It's hard to tell.
Because I can't see that, but I'm all like, if he didn't hustle there, that he could have gotten that. But
he kind of hesitated. I think he should have tried to dive for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say now. As an outfielder myself, I can understand why you let that drop. But here's the thing: Julio's a professional. He should take that risk. Like, I'm a softball player. I can understand myself letting it drop, but I don't know. Now the pitch, and that is a strike. Reese Beast, Aaron Goldsmith, and Dave Valley are doing a great job announcing this game in spite of what happened. Must be affecting them too. I don't know. I don't know what their thoughts are. I mean, I would think for a situation like this, I would think a lot of sports personalities are trying to stay away from this one.
Yeah.
Unless they're like in the millennials to the Generation Z. But for me, I mean, he's on my feed all the time. I see it. It just happens to pop up, and I go, I respect it. And now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch to Pages. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Or no, I think is it Pajes? I think that's his name.
Pajes, I can see that, or not Pages.
Yeah, like because I'm all like, I remember there was one that I was all like, oh, Pages, and they're all like Pajes.
Pajes, that's fair.
I just looked it up. The Mariners DS is very expensive because apparently only 2,000 were made.
And the 0-2, and that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, if DK Oldies got their hands on that, that'd be like a much more than what eBay would say it's for.
Well, okay, looking at recent listings this year that have popped on it, the cheapest one is $500.
DK Oldies will jack it up for $1,000.
Is $650.
Telling you, DK Oldies will make it $1,000.
Yep. Now, I will say if you'd been looking at it before 2020, it was actually below 200. And I find it hilarious that they're all like, oh, the Mariners DS. And the only difference is it just has the Seattle Mariners logo on it. That's the only
The 1-2
difference.
pitch. Low for a ball 2.
And it's just official because Nintendo happened to own the Mariners at the time.
They do, and in some ways, I actually miss the Nintendo ownership. At least they did not burn bridges with the Japanese market like what Kevin Mather did when he said a lot of weird things. And that's going to be popped up into foul territory.
It also helped that back then you had Hiroshima Yamauchi.
Yep. And then you had Kevin, and because Kevin Mather said, oh, yeah, I'm tired of paying some Japanese guy interpret. Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look. That's why we haven't. That's why the Mariners have not. I think that's why the Mariners haven't signed an Asian player since. Now the pitch, that's going to be a foul ball.
Because the Mariners have an edge on most teams.
They should. Like they should have had an edge with Ohtani, and they did. They tried to get him in 2018, but they failed to outbid the
Angels. I wonder if they were being too cheap there.
They were being too cheap, as we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. And now that's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a base hit, and that might just score in the run. And Julio's not even hustling, and he gets to third base, but Julio still should have ran for that one. He was just letting it. He was just jogging along.
Julio is lucky that the guy didn't run past
slow. Not good.
Yep. No outs, bases loaded.
Yeah, we can only imagine how this game can go.
Yeah. If it was the Astros, I would tell you you're perfectly fine. They won't do anything.
Well, the Astros won their game, and this is the Mariners. Like, the Mariners absolutely have to win this game. Like, they unbelievably have to win because Texas just won. So that means they're going to be a half game ahead. And all Mariner fans are going to say is, well, at least we won the series. And now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch.
I would say that
and that is a strike.
What probably helped Texas's case here is the Brewers. If I had to guess, the Brewers right now, their strategy is just cruise control.
Yeah, they really are cruise controlling
the playoffs because they have an
1-1,
7 or 6 game lead on the Cubs and a several game lead on the Phillies for the number 1 seed. So for them, it's kind of all like, oh, we'll cruise control that, beat the crap out of the Cardinals when we play them next, and also beat the Angels. And we'll be
now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and finally an out. And now the Mariners have the double play in play to end this inning. Rangers are freaking just winning. And the thing is, it cannot be sustained. You would think it can't be sustainable because they have all these injuries across the board.
Literally, they have so many players that are going on the injured list that something's going to break there.
You would think, but you just never know. Like, baseball's a weird sport for a reason.
It is, but really what it is this one rookie and like Jake Berger hitting home runs. That's it. So once one of them falls, it's game over there.
Yeah, once things go a little bit back into earth.
Well, yeah, and they're going to drop down to earth because sure, if they kept playing the Astros, they'd be completely fine because our hitting coach just doesn't know what he's doing anymore. Because clearly telling your guys swing for the fences isn't working. Maybe more prioritizing singles, doubles, contact. Honestly, I want the Brewers to do well because that's going to tell the rest of the league, hey, prioritize contact more than you do now. Because that's the problem. Everyone prioritizes power, not contact.
And this is Church up to the plate, and he is batting 190.
But will he be able to take that baseball to church?
You just had to go there, did you?
Hey, it was perfect.
Whereas we're at 1-0, the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field. And if that is fair, that is foul. I had to do that. It's almost like I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
And by the way, I appreciate all of you for being here, despite me being in a not studio environment. Now we're at the bases loaded, 1 out. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nice 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That's why Quan is just my favorite players. All he does is make contact. I agree. And if Victor Robles wasn't such a hothead, he would kind of be up there as one of my favorite players too, because he doesn't have to live and die by the home run.
Oh, yeah.
And a swing and a miss hitting the glove, and that's going to be strike 3. And we've got 2 outs in this inning.
But it's just the problem of that you have all these hitting coaches that they come with the idea of, I want all my players in this lineup to prioritize home runs. Not contact home runs. Or they do bunts, but it's at random situations when there's like one guy at first and you're all like, why are you?
And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 1. Believe it or not, back in the 1997 American League Division Series, when the Mariners were down 2-0 against Baltimore, the difference maker of that game was not Ken Griffey Jr., not Edgar Martinez, not Alex Rodriguez, as we got 0-1 for Nootbaar. The pitch, low for a ball. It was actually a guy named Rich Amaral. He was, you'll know him from You Gotta Love These Guys, but he was a utility player. He got on base, and he scored those 2 runs, and those 2 runs were off of a dribbling single.
Yeah.
That just proves that you don't have to win by just hitting home runs. Sometimes you want 1 or 2 of those guys just making contact and then let their base running do the work for them.
Well, think about it. Even though this is a painful example that I'm about to mention here,
the 1-1 pitch, low for a ball.
In that 9th inning in the ALDS of Game 1, you have a guy who walks, so he doesn't chase, and then you have Pena who gets literally a bloop in there. And then that allows them to get Yordan to come up. If they don't have that walk or that bloop, Yordan doesn't come up.
The 2-1 pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. We're at 2-2, and if Logan Gilbert can just get out of this inning with no runs off of the bases loaded, no outs, that's impressive. But also it makes you wonder. But it also makes you wonder how much credibility Dan Wilson really has after burning through his entire bullpen yesterday. So how much does that bullpen have left in the tank today is the big question.
Well,
and the Mariners don't have a day off too. So Mariners also are going to be playing against Anaheim. So they're really with no day off, there really wasn't a reason to just waste the entire bullpen. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. And I am giving this to Logan Gilbert. That is not a slow clap on that one. But, however, I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to play. Please enjoy a funny commercial from, what's that called? Sahara Pizza.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
I am back.
I was also
I
looking
feel like
at-
if the Mariners win one game of that Astros series, the Mariners might make the World Series when Jordan hits the home run momentum shifted. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to be reminded of that. Please don't remind me of that. I don't want to think about that ever again. Please don't. It really hurts like when you think about it,
yeah, I know.
Or it could have just been
That
Astros, or the
2015
Astros just could have done this.
that
That also could have happened too.
yeah. That 2015 ALDS for the Astros, that one game where we had a significant lead and then we lost it and allowed Kansas City to win, go to the World Series and win the World Series, and we were this close.
And the Yankees were not the usual Yankees during the ALCS. I truly think if we win Game 1, we could have made it to the World Series. We actually did win Game 1 in 2000. And the Mariners almost had that momentum. They almost won Game 2, and then they fell apart after that. But 2001, maybe. So there's no guarantees. Like, even if you lose that one game, there's still time to rebound. It's about how a team responds to it more than just because you win one game and statistics are on your side that you win the one game. It still doesn't guarantee squat. So
now,
I don't
here's
know.
a question. If the Mariners get the different seeding and go and face Cleveland instead, do they go to the ALCS?
If they want, they had a 2-1 series lead, so they had the momentum.
Because
I don't know. And now the pitch.
It would have been
Some
interesting
say that
because you
well, I
would have
don't
faced
know.
the Yankees then. And
I don't know. Like, what series are you talking about and what year?
so
As we got Josh Naylor.
2022.
Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be ricocheting off of it. And now the throw, no play. And that should be an infield base hit for Josh Naylor. Now the Mariners have a man on first base.
So basically 2022, instead of you going to Toronto, you go to Cleveland instead, and the Rays go to Toronto. Now the Rays are pretty garbage. Toronto probably beats them. And so Toronto faces the Astros instead, and you guys face Cleveland. Do you think you could make the ALCS then?
I don't know.
I think if you can get over the Cleveland hump, you make the ALCS. Now,
In what year are you talking about? This year?
2022.
2022. Well, the Mariners would have had to play the Yankees, and most say that they would have been confident that they would have beat the Yankees, but I still don't know for sure.
It was a joke.
But Mariners also could be just as much of a joke too.
Yeah. Now, if you make the ALCS, I don't see.
And don't forget, Mariners struggled on the
against
road
Houston.
too, so they wouldn't have had home field advantage anyway. So they're still, even with the Mariners pitch, don't forget they are also known to struggle on the road heavily, and T-Mobile Park very much plays in favor of the pitcher. So, like, sure, I'm mad about it, the whole hashtag Robbie Ray versus Jordan Alvarez, but there is still no guarantees that the Mariners would have just steamrolled into the World Series, even just based on one game.
Yeah.
And now we're at 2-0 for Polanco. And now the pitch outside for a ball, and that's going to be ball 3. And I am calling the red light on this one.
Don't pull Randy, like last night.
And don't be like Dom Canzone. Now we're at 3-0. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike, 3-1.
Well, also RPG, the Yankees.
And the pitch.
basically-
Now here's a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And now we got runners on first and second with nobody out. What can possibly go wrong?
But also, ever since Boone took over as the manager for the Yankees, they have been the baby bombers. They have not been the Blue Bombers. No, they've been the baby.
Do you think they were better off with Girardi? And to be fair, I think Girardi was.
They were way better off with Girardi.
But I think Girardi was just burned out.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of hilarious. Girardi loses to Houston twice, gets fired. Boone hasn't been able to get anywhere close to Houston.
And he still has the job.
Yeah.
Also, do you know what also must have changed Texas's fortunes? Brett Boone being the hitting coach must have changed that fortune.
I wish the Astros had fired their hitting coach and gotten Boone instead.
And now the pitch and a check swing foul by Eugenio Suarez, and we need that good vibes only out of him.
How many home runs has he hit while being in a Mariners uniform?
Maybe about six or seven.
Let's see. Let's look him up.
Hey, you're my stat man because I'm on a tablet, so I can't really multi-screen anything.
Yeah,
as we're at 0-2 now, the pitch up high for a ball, 1-2. And I know I'm so consumed by the topic, but in some ways, maybe he also inspired me to bring in fans of other teams. I brought Yankee fans here. Even Oklahoma City Thunder fans, now the 1-2. And now here's going to be a ground ball. It might be double play. Nope, throw to first in time. But now you got runners on second and third with one out.
Got lucky.
He's been hit in 2 garbage time that game. Wait, who are we talking about? Brett Boone? Oh, Suarez.
9. He's got 9 home runs, and he's worth 0.1 wins above replacement on Baseball Reference. 0.1 compared to what he was in Arizona as 0.2.
And now here's Dom Canzone, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And I did see that someone said that Dom Canzone must have said something about the tragic events today. I'm kind of curious what it was, and I would look it up, but I'm on not multiple screens. And now we're at 0-1 for Canzone, the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field. That should bring in the run, and that is making the catch. Tagging at third is Josh Naylor, and that's going to be no play at the plate. And the Mariners have just tied the game at 1-1 thanks to a sacrifice fly by Dom Canzone, and you did good, my man. It was certainly better than – certainly an upgrade over this.
The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
I mean, he literally just swing.
But yeah, but what I was saying was, and nope, we got J.P. Crawford, and I got to focus on this. And now here's the pitch, and that is a strike. So yeah, now here's the other thing that also cannot be measured about Eugenio Suarez. Sure, his numbers stink. Statistically, we're better off with just Ben Williamson at third base. But there is one thing that he also has that cannot be measured. His presence.
Yeah.
Is what also makes the impact. Brought the spirits up. The pitch, that's inside for a ball. So sure, he stinks now, but at least he's influencing like Julio Rodriguez. Because remember when Eugenio Suarez came on fire and said, Hector Neris said this. I didn't agree with how he did it, but the thing is, you know what? He did it for his little brother Julio. So I respect him for that. Even if I didn't agree with it. Now the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. I mean, Suarez, he did it because he had to be there for his teammate, and there was nothing wrong with that, whether you agree with it or not. See, it's all about who you backing up as we're at 2-1, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a 3-1 count. And with J.P. Crawford, I think he's at the bottom of this lineup. That's going to bring up Randy Arozarena. Can you trust him with 2 outs to make a big hit? If JP were to walk, I would try to see if he can get a base hit somewhere, and that can bring in maybe Polanco at this point, the pitch.
Yeah.
And that's going to be popped up, a terrible golf swing. That's going to be well in play. Is it in play? And it is in play. And he makes the catch.
It was almost out of play. The wind had been on your side.
I know, but I just hated that approach. Like, you can't be golf swinging in a game of baseball. I've golf swing, and that gets you nothing. Just these bad
you're playing golf.
Someone likes golf out there, I guess.
Well,
but what I was also saying is, like someone like him, Charlie, I would say he's inspired people to have more open conversations. Like you've seen his videos where he lets people that are not on his side to say whatever they have to say. And sure, maybe he's interrupted a few times.
Yeah.
But no one's perfect. The bottom line is he let them be there. Many people would be afraid to do what he does. So what he did was extremely ballsy, and he knew that he was putting his life on the line. So you know what?
Well, also
Respect.
he did it without people like. Because see, another reason why people don't do that is it's easy for most people to get someone else to get under your skin, and you lose all composure. And yeah, it takes someone with a very thick skin to be able to do that.
And he was very thick-skinned, especially in the heat of moment, because you may have all the facts, you know everything, but then when you're in a heated, debated discussion, everything goes out the window. All the adrenaline rush.
I will say that if anyone ever tells me the moon landing is fake, I will get into a heated discussion on why they are wrong. And so
I don't want to go too far into that because that's a heated thing. Just like about tomorrow, whether people believe 9/11 happened in this way or it was done this way or whatever it is.
Or it was like an inside job or something.
Or anything like that, I'm still going to be like, yeah, leave it in the comments if you would like to, but I'm just not going to respond to it because I just can't.
But I like some people, they're all like, with the moon landing, they're all like, oh, they planted flags. Why can't we see them? I'm all like, they are yay big.
Now we're
big enough to see
them. Herrera, who, by the way, hit the home run. Randy Rosarena didn't even look at it. And now the pitch inside that nearly hit him. And actually, that did hit him. He's going to first base.
Well,
the funny thing was, Randy Rosarena was literally like this when the home run happened. He was like this. Honestly, it's kind of funny when he does that. Like, it's annoying, but at the same time, it's funny when he's like, "Nope, I ain't running for that." He's like, "Whatever."
Other players would make an effort, and he just goes
with that duck face. Now the pitch to Burleson, and that's going to be a ball. And now we've got a 1-0 count. Now here is the pitch, and that is a strike.
But yeah, also like a big fatal flaw in that whole argument of it was faked is the Soviet Union would, if they knew it was faked, they would have literally ratted.
They would have came out on offense for it.
Well, yeah, they because they'd done that before. The whole U-2 incident. It was the official claim was that it was a NASA ship that had just drifted too far over and wasn't a spy ship.
It's the Burleson. And now here is a ground ball foul.
And the Soviet Union said, well, then what's this? And they have a giant wrecked spy ship and the pilot, which created the film, like the events that the film Bridge of Spies depicts.
We're at 1-2 for Burleson. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 1 out.
Yeah, though, how long do we think Logan's going to last in here? Because he's at
56 pitches. He is not going to last. I think maybe at best, if he is more efficient, 6th inning at best. He's not going
maybe
7.
Get enough for a decision. Possibly.
It makes me wonder how much. I think George Kirby was the pitcher yesterday.
Yes, he was.
He was given. Oh yeah, he was also having a struggling game too. So it was understandable that you brought in the bullpen, but yesterday should have been more of a long relief situation. Like I would have put in like Emerson Hancock because at least he has starters experience. Now the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Like I think Hancock should be the long relief pitcher.
Yeah, you need a guy like AJ Blue Ball that the Astros have, and yes, that
pretty much.
That
now
is
we're at 1-0.
His number is 69.
We're at 1-0, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Although Logan Gilbert has not been efficient, he has been clutch to get out of the innings. But the thing is, how long can that really last? And you would think that it's only a matter of time that
Yeah.
St. Louis does score some more runs with the way they're hitting and the way that they're able to get on base. And now we've got the 1-1 pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did not go. That's going to be 2-1. There were a couple events that I would have considered going to related to the event, but the thing is, I got a game to do.
Yeah.
Now we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that should be playable. Josh Naylor is there, and he makes the quick catch, and that's going to be 2 outs.
So we got Gorman up now.
Gorman up to the plate.
.61 pitches. Compared to like the Cardinals starter, which is like what, like 20 or something like that.
Now we're at 0-1. That was a strike. Got Dan Wilson being shown on the camera.
What are your thoughts, Dan? This is garbage.
And the 0-1 pitch. And now the runner goes, and the throw to second base is wide. And now we got a man in scoring position, and this is where things can get very, very dangerous.
Luckily, they caught it there. Because that
Logan-
would have made it.
Yeah, that
to
could have
where-
gone somewhere. Logan Gilbert is now on 62 pitches. So if I'm the bullpen, I would think that Emerson Hancock
Probably
gonna be
will
in the
be warming
bullpen.
up next inning.
I think you have Hancock and Vargas going to be pitching today. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
And the goal with Hancock is you get at least 2, maybe 3.
But I think you might be able to get Matt Brash and like Bizzardo because they did not pitch that much. They pitched less than 10. So, but not Spire. I don't expect Spire. I think he's being checked. I haven't heard anything about his health.
I looked to see if they had said anything, and
Maybe it was just a freak false alarm thing. But I think they're going to be a bit more careful with him, as we're at 1-2 for Gorman. And now here is the pitch, swing and a miss, hit the dirt, and that's going to be strike 3. And Logan Gilbert gets out of another jam. But based on how this is going, Mariners should probably maybe score runs just to make sure stuff, you know. And also, by the way, because I'm not on a traditional computer, I can't do Immaculate Grid today.
Oh, unfortunate. So you can't beat me again.
I
Since
can't
I
beat you
won,
again.
2 games.
And also, I cannot. I'm also going to be here for 9/11 game.
Yeah.
And I do have a special video. I just happened to borrow it from the U.S. Army YouTube channel, but it looked good. I'm still going to use it. Also going to demonetize the video anyway, so YouTube can't get all, hey, you can't use that video.
Me.
You're stealing people's content. I am borrowing, and I'm not going to monetize it anyway. And if you want my 30 cents, take it.
Well, also, I'm all like, yeah, and all, what about those 50 billion AI channels over there? What are
Yeah,
they doing?
they don't get held accountable.
Oh no!
I heard YouTube is trying to crack down on that, which they should because
It's
I
all
don't like AI. No, I'm okay with it if you use it to support your video.
Yeah.
But if you're just typing a code or whatever and just make it the whole thing, no, that's just not. It's unauthentic.
literally, there's so many channels that you see nowadays, and it's always the one, and most people have seen them where it's the circles with an image in it, and then it talks about whatever, and it just keeps going through each one. Those are all AI channels because they're exactly the same. It's just different topics.
And we are back from the break. They're talking about Julio Rodriguez, that he was able to empty the bases, and now here is Cole Young, and that's going to be a strike. And Cole Young is actually the ninth hitter. I thought Crawford was the ninth hitter, but he isn't. And also be ready for next Saturday and Sunday. I will be, or like the Emperor says, I will be expecting you on my YouTube show for Mariners versus Astros.
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
will be expecting you. I have been expecting you.
Knew it.
Do it. And now the 1-1. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to first base. Easy play, and that's going to be 1 out. Yeah, it kind of feels funny that I'm doing a show here, and I don't know, not in my traditional studio that I would like it to be. And now we got the El Rando Grando, Mr. Poser Man. And now we've got Randy, Julio Rodriguez in the hole. Now the pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. And the catcher really did try to frame that, and that's going to be 1-0. And now here is the pitch, and that's going to be right in there for a strike. That was literally his pitch to swing at, and he failed to do so. As now we're at 1-1. And now here is the 1-1 pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to first base. He's got to toss over the pitcher, and that's going to be 2 outs. And now it's going to be up to Cal Raleigh. Can he get number 54? I think the numbers that are really going to get to his head are when it's at 53, 54, and then get to 56, then 59 is really going to get to his head.
Basically, every home run from here on out, essentially,
is going to get to his head.
Yeah.
I think deep down, I think Cal Raleigh, at some point of him, he's like, I just want to get to the playoffs. But there is still that one little inch of him that's like, yeah, I want the record too. I want that AL record.
Well, he's all like, I could get to the playoffs next year. I
No,
might never get this record.
let's not do that. Now the pitch to Cal. That's going to be outside for a ball because he also deep down knows that there are players on their arbitration time is running out, so they could be demanding trades too. As we're at 1-0 for Cal Raleigh, and now the pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did go, and that's going to be 1-1. What's that? Playoffs? Nothing about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope you can win a game. Oh, and by the way, can you put out the scoreboards too? Like any important scores that are going on? As we're at 1-1.
Sure. I'll go put those in the chat.
We're at 1-1 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
Okay. There's actually only 3 games currently going.
And now the 1-1 pitch. And he does not go, and that's going to be 2-1.
Okay. Well, and actually, this first score that I'm putting up here, while it might not seem big, as long as the Padres keep it close with the Dodgers, that's
2-1.
That's going to be big.
That's going to be a swing and a foul ball, 2-2. And Cal Raleigh's really trying to get that home run. And honestly, I don't blame him if he tries to hit a home run because it's 2 outs. So what do you really got to lose? I mean, other than the fact you're going to end the inning, but it's kind of hard to see other players trying to get Cal Raleigh home with 2 outs as well. As we're at 2-2, and now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And Cal Raleigh will get on base with a single with 2 outs. And we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. Texas did win 6-3 indeed. That really does hurt.
Yeah, and also that Padres game with them leading, that might hurt you.
Yeah. So honestly, at this point, we want the Dodgers to go on an insanely hot streak.
And the
So
Padres
basically, in some ways, the Dodgers are actually our allies.
Because if it comes out that right at the
Now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And now we got runners on first and second, and these Mariner hitters might be like, "Hey, what are you talking about? Cal, we can just go small ball with 2 outs." I hope you're right, Julio.
Maybe the hitting coach was all like, "Yeah, go for some singles."
Yeah, at 2 outs, right?
Go for some singles.
And now we've got this guy up to the plate.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
And now we've got, oh, I lied. It's Josh Naylor. Oops, another error. And now here's the pitch to Naylor. and that's going to be outside for a ball. And actually, this is the time for Josh Naylor to do it because he has shown to be clutch. So we'll see how he does.
He also has facial hair, so there is
we're at 1-0.
there is the confusion. They both got facial hair. One has a mustache, the other has a beard, but that's semantics.
Oh, Cleveland. I mean, that's the thing. Like, do we really care about Cleveland and Kansas City though? And the pitch, swing and a miss,
right
strike
behind
one.
Texas, so.
But which one do you want? So at this point, you'd want them to tie.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Well, honestly, if I was saying which one I would want, I would probably want Kansas City because they just out of the two, they're probably the easier one to beat.
Now we're at 1-1 for Naylor, and now the pitch. Now here's going to be a foul ball. He went outside and he shouldn't have, and now that's going to be 1-2 on Josh Naylor.
Yankees got the crap kicked out of them again by Detroit. So maybe Detroit finally showed up in the second half of the season. Maybe.
Now we're at 1-2 for Josh Naylor. Still have 9 viewers here. Not asking for anything. The only thing I ask is just for your engagement. Just give me some of this. And I'm still going to ask for the likes, too, just to push the algorithm. But I want more of this,
Like
too.
and subscribe.
But don't donate. Now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at the dirt, strike 3. And it was reminiscent of literally this moment. It happened again.
The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
I mean, he literally just swing.
It's not
You
strike
gotta
3.
love these guys.
I think it was actually a foul. My bad. But he still shouldn't have swung at that.
At least he got some contact.
And now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And he gets under it, popped up into left center field. And he makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. A wasted opportunity for the Mariners. And we're going to go into the top of the 4th inning. And believe it or not, this game is actually breezing along.
Well,
Marine Laird. No, it wasn't Marine Laird. It was just a bad swing.
you would think it might be Marine Layer, but no.
I don't think that's Marine Laird. I think it was just a horrible swing. It was just a bad swing.
Well, it's kind of like you remember in the ALCS 2022 and the Yankees blamed the roof being open for why they lost that game and the series.
Precious
Not the fact that
Yankees.
they got swept.
Remember the good old days when they used to be the badass bad guys from the 90s?
yeah.
They were like the evil empire. And now
Yep.
they're just a
They're the baby bombers. That's what they are.
they are a laughing joke, but I can't really say much because I'm a Mariners fan too, and our team is also a laughing joke.
Except Mariners fans embrace it a bit more.
Well, are the Yankee fans, do they have a mentality like this?
Well, at least I'm 2022 fantasy football champion.
Kind of
Well,
like
yeah,
that?
they have the mentality of that they can always win it each year, even if they're not that good.
Well, at least we have 27 World Series champions.
Yep, then they always fall back on the 27 range.
When most of those fans were not even alive when most of them even happened.
I was only alive for one of those.
I was alive for 96, 98, 99, 2000, and 2009.
Yeah, and because thankfully the Diamondbacks did me a solid, so only 2009 for me.
And now we are back from the break. Logan Gilbert and his 6 strikeouts were 3 splitters, 2 fastballs, and 1 slider. Yeah, we were alive for too many. You couldn't be any more correct, Fritz.
I've
And
been
Fritz,
alive
you have
for
any
all the,
feedback on my
the
fantasy
Astros
video
World
since you are a member, since I have those up there. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball because I have single-handedly thwarted the Mariners for a decade. They did. And what's even more insulting, or the worst part of that, is the Mariners were the ones that funded their championship teams with the Tino Martinez and Jeff Nelson trade, which I do have a video on that. And the 1-0 pitch. And that is going to be a strike. As we're at 1-1 for Thomas Sagis. Or Sagis. Reminds me of David Segui. As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. The AL East, we have Toronto. They are on pace for like a 95-plus win season. We got the Yankees are just hanging in there. Boston's just hanging in there. Tampa seems to be out of it at this point. And now here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Baltimore is pretty much out of it. Now let's go into the AL West standing. Let's take a look at that.
I was actually about to get to that. I was going through the Central right now.
And now we're at 2-2 for Sagis.
Okay.
And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be a foul ball. We are now at 2-2.
Okay.
And now here is the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. And here is Central for anyone that cares.
Yeah. White Sox eliminated. Oh, no. Not the Pope Magic. The Pope Magic has been eliminated.
Oh, well.
Well, you
And
know,
now
the
we're
sad
at-
thing is, it probably means that the White Sox will probably win a World Series while he's Pope.
The 2-2 pitch. And now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a base hit. Gets right through J.P. Crawford. And now we got a man on first base. And bad news, too, is that Logan Gilbert is now on 71 pitches.
That's not great.
Nope, that is not good. And the bullpen is going to get absolutely just used up. And you would imagine what's going to happen tomorrow as well. This
And
bullpen is going to get just decked.
And you don't want to go in Anaheim with a gas bullpen because while Anaheim is, and I'm about to post their record,
They can play spoiler.
away, you don't want them to, because they're going to just be all like, yeah, we're going to screw you over.
That's what it very much could be.
Suspecting teams. Okay.
We are now at 0-1 the count. And that's going to be a 1-1. I forgot how to pronounce his name again. Is it Paes? Paes. As now we're at 1-1. And we got Cal Raleigh coming out to the mound to have a little bit of a chatter with Logan Gilbert. And now we are back into it. Now we're at 1-1 for Paes. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball.
Jeez, I just looked at the Braves record. Jeez.
Now we're at 1-2.
If someone doesn't get fired in Atlanta, I don't know what's going on there.
The 1-2 pitch.
Pretty,
Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit. And now there's going to be runners on first and second. And at this point, this is all I'm going to say. It's just not working for Logan. Like, this is the second consecutive game where pitchers are now struggling. Like, Logan Gilbert did not look good today. George Kirby looked awful yesterday. Like, the Mariners offense is they're gonna have to score at this point because the defense ain't gonna do it. And now we're at the next guy. They definitely need a double play. It is absolutely needed. Here's Fermin, and now he's going for the bunting attempt, and that is going to be a strike. Logan Gilbert was able to get that through him, and now we're at 0-1. And now here is the pitch. It's going for the bunt, and that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-1 for Jose Fermin. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a bunting attempt. And that was an absolute beauty in the throw to first. And that's going to be in time. And that is going to be 1 out. And I would actually, I hate to say it, I would load the bases.
With Church coming up, I would. If it was anyone else,
you would actually pitch to him?
Well, because what is Church's average?
Yeah, but also the Mariners, they also get beat up by average to below average players. But they're not going to. And now here's the pitch. And another bunting attempt, and that's going to be fouled. And is Cal Raleigh going to catch that? No, he does not.
Why are you bunting there? That seems a bit weird.
As we're at 0-1 for Church. And by the way, guess what this is?
Is it one of those like cooler things?
It's a neck fan, yeah.
Ah.
We're now at 0-1 for Church. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. So if Logan Gilbert can get out of this, he'll have 2 outs.
That's kind of why I was all like pitch to Church, because he's not that good.
As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be well fouled. As now we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch, and way low for a ball.
Poor Rockies.
Wait, Dodgers are... Okay, so that's like a 2-game thing. Teresa K., were you a Charlie Kirk fan? Now you're putting me on the hot seat for it, aren't you? As now we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and you were right. Well... I don't want to say too much about it, Teresa K., but if I'm putting on a commemorating thing, you might as well say it. And if it does bother you and you plan to unsubscribe and not engage with me anymore,
so be it.
So be it. But I do respect him. Bare minimum, I respect him. And I do have a picture with him, and I'm still looking for that picture. I lost at the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. Should be easy play, but they're kind of running it. Who's got it? Canzo makes the catch, and that's going to be 3 outs. I mean, Fritz was. The thing is, the only reason why I'm afraid to answer, because I just don't want to say something where YouTube could be like, hey, keep that to yourself, boy. Okay. So, Teresa, just by how I answered that question, I hope that does answer your question. But I can tell you that I'm absolutely rattled that it happened. And when it did happen, when my friend texted me and I checked the Twitter and everything, well, after my friend texted me, I parked my car and I looked at my phone for literally 30 minutes. So I think you have an idea, Teresa. But he is an inspiring figure that he was willing to have conversations with people on the opposite of his side. That was his thing. He took a risk, and I put respect to that. Oh, I am so going to get Tom Brenneman, am I?
Maybe. Probably not.
If only he just didn't say it, he would still have a job to this day.
Okay, here's the wild card standings for the AL. And here comes the NL wild card.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hear you, Teresa. Oh, yes, Chris, I did. I didn't get to it. But, man. Yeah, I agree. Adam Silver's really dicking around about it. And at this point, you know what I really want Adam Silver to say? You know what I really want him to say? I just want him to say that we're not interested. Screw you. That's all I want from him.
The issue is that he wants a team in Vegas, and you don't want to do a single team expansion, and so Seattle just kind of
it gets dragged along. Basically, they're being used to get someone else an expansion. So maybe, and now here's going to be a ground ball right to first base, and now the throw to first in time. And Teresa, if try not to say too much about it, just paying a tribute thing, but it hasn't been the base of this show. I know it's baseball, but there you have it. But I do appreciate your comments. I'm not gonna I won't delete it or I won't block anything. It's just the way it is. And now we got this guy up to the plate.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Now we got Eugenio Suarez up to the plate. And now the pitch. Now it's going to be a fly ball and fouled. And that's going to be 0-1. And here is going to be the 0-1 pitch. Now here it is. And that's going to be a swing and a foul ball. And we got to look at this. AL wild card, +3. Mariners, Texas, only a half game back. It's going to be a really wild one as we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 1-2 for Suarez.
Well,
And now the pitch. And that is going to be strike 3 called. What?
Looking at what Chris is saying there, the thing is about New Orleans is that they do really care about their sports teams there. And after the whole Katrina thing, a lot of people want to make sure that they stay. And that's going to be
Portland too. Like there's pressure for them to renovate the Moda Center. So yeah, we are leverage city, unfortunately. Now here is Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. That's going to be a ball.
If you do a 2-team expansion, you got to have a second city, and really there's no one else.
We're at 1-0. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And it drops, actually, too. Maybe someone could have caught it.
That was lucky because they almost got it there.
We're at 1-1. For Dom Canzone. 56 pitches for McGreevy. He's been a bit more efficient than Logan Gilbert, as Logan Gilbert's already in the 70s. Now here is the 1-1 pitch, And now here's going to be a ground ball off the base, and they might catch a break, go to first in time. And he still doesn't get it. And it reminds me of this once again. I got to do it again.
The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
I mean, he literally just swing.
Well, and see, if it had bounced, say, off the third base, yeah, you got a chance there. But since it was first base, you're kind of in a bad situation because the ball has to travel way less to get to first base again.
And looks like commercial break isn't even going on. Do I even have water left? Oh, I'm going to get some water after commercial break isn't going on. Look. Oopsie. Real question, though. What does Josh want to do when the Mariners? Teresa K, please don't jinx it.
Oh, no, I'm
please
all
don't jinx
like, Teresa, were you not here last night? I'm practically begging you to take the division from me. Please. I want us to fire our hitting coach. He sucks.
Pretty much. That's how he feels.
Because this team is literally, they can score maybe 3 runs. That's it. Maybe one day, when they're really happy, they can score more.
Well, Teresa, you should have been there.
Well, you lost out. You lost out on some great content when we all called Randy Arozarena an idiot.
He was an idiot.
That was a great moment. I was sad to not see the clip.
Well, wait, Teresa, thank you for your flexibility of being on this show despite I put out a banner, so it is what it is. And now here is Herrera who hit the home run, and Gilbert's still out there with 84 pitches. Now the pitch up high for a ball.
The issue is the guy that's been the hitting coach there, Fritz, is the same guy that has been there since 2016, 2017.
Carlos Vargas is in the bullpen.
Problem
And now
is
the pitch.
his
Low for a
approach-
ball.
his
And-
approach works well with young power players. The problem
Logan
is
Gilbert has only 50% strikes on his first pitches, so that's not good. And I think if he walks this guy Herrera, I think Dan Wilson's going to see enough. As we're at 2-0.
It's not an
in the
out
pitch.
against Herrera in any way. He's going to see enough.
And here comes Dan Wilson, and he has seen enough. Usually I would only say that if it's like, yeah, I don't know. And now here's a 2-1 pitch from Herrera to Herrera. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now we're at 2-2.
The Astros, none of their players are young power hitters, so the strategy of always swinging for the fences doesn't work. And
now we're at 2-2.
And everyone knows what they're looking for, and so yeah, it's gone
The
pretty
2-2 pitch. Low for a ball, and that is going to be 3-2
to play against them. Like, hence why that if you look after, like, as the 2020s have gone on, the amount of home runs that they hit and the amount of runs that they generate is has steadily gone down for Houston.
And the pitch. And that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 1 out.
And so I want us to fire him because we need something new.
But yeah, what else should I say? We got Burleson up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball drilled to center field, but not drilled enough. Marine Sayer, baby!
Hey, look, we saw Sir George Sanders.
Man, you and that Sador Sanders. He's not even relevant right now. He doesn't even have a starting job
I
or a
just love to
backup
make
job.
fun of him. I just love to make fun of him.
Well, you know, the
Because-
Browns, they make themselves a very easy team to make fun of.
Well, funny thing is also because I watch college football, they do their Dr. Pepper Fansville commercials, and one of the Fansville commercials actually makes fun of Shador Sanders.
Now
They
here
have
is
the
Wilson
draft
Contreras
slide.
up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a line drive foul.
Because they're all like, "Where's our player going? Lower than he thought he was going." Making
As we're
fun
at
of-
0-1. Still like the Astros. Oh, yeah, that's what Fritz says. It's just that no one else is really saying much today. Not as much. Yesterday was a lot more engaging. As we're at 0-1, and now here is the pitch. Low for a ball. But tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a different banner. And unfortunately, I was alive when that day happened. I think you were too. I think you were probably a baby.
Yeah, I was.
As we're at 1-1 for
Grew
Contreras.
up in the immediate aftermath of that.
And now the pitch. And that is strike two. And this time, Logan Gilbert's having a much better inning. But knowing the fact that he's on 94 pitches, I don't think he's going to go for one more inning.
No.
But what I do think is this, based on this inning and that he was able to get through the tough guys as of now, maybe give him one more inning. And then when he does give up a hit or a walk, fine. Jerry Maguire, fine.
Probably, if I had to guess, what the strategy would
Now
be,
the 1-2.
is probably put in
Oh, and that hit Contreras, and he's going to walk. And I think this might be it for Logan Gilbert.
Fine, then. It's the wrong place. It's the wrong time. I'm wrong again.
But Dan Wilson's just sitting there, so I think he's going to say, "Yeah, that was just a little bit of an oopsie." Even Cal Raleigh tried to catch that. Oh, yep, and here comes Dan Wilson, and he has seen enough. He has seen enough, and he is going to go and get Carlos Vargas. He hasn't made that call quite yet, and we're going to see if he's going to decide if he's going to. Nope, and he is gone. So Logan Gilbert's going to be coming out of this game. He's not going to get a decision. It's going to be up to Carlos Vargas, the erratic one, to get it done. It's crazy. Tomorrow will be 24 years ago. Ingrained in your memory forever. It is ingrained in my memory forever, too. And it's unfortunate how all that turned out. And the crazy thing is, did you know the last play of baseball on September 10th, 2001 was done by the Seattle Mariners when Charles Gibson caught a diving catch in left field hit by Tim Salmon?
That's a name.
Yeah, I actually saw it myself. It was like a nice diving catch, and then next thing I know, the very next day, I'm like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
I was watching Mariners highlights in the morning when I was a kid when that day happened, and all I know is I go to the bathroom because I had to, and they were showing this show called The Best Sports Show, period. And next thing I know, the channel got cut off, and it went into a news station for emergency saying, America under attack. And I'm like, what the? I freaked the heck out. That day at school was just weird.
Yeah.
The principal came into the class, each classroom, to make sure all the kids were okay emotionally. I certainly wasn't because of what happened. And I'm about to talk about that just a little bit more tomorrow. But a lot of people do say that. I think aren't the Mets and the Yankees playing tomorrow?
Let's see.
Check that schedule, because that's like a huge baseball proposal of having both New York teams play against each other on September 11th.
Well, because that's what they did. No, Yankees are playing the Tigers. They're wrapping up that series, and they're going to Boston.
I think next year that's what's going to happen. On the 25th anniversary, they're going to have both New York teams together. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to Suarez. Throw to first in time. And that's going to retire the side.
Both teams actually were wearing their away team uniforms, so they just both said New York.
New York. And now we're on commercial break, and now it's time for me to get some water.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
They're still not back yet. Oh, and there's the first pitch to J.P. Crawford, and it is in their first
A big tank of water really does eat up a lot of time. Did I miss anything?
just the pitch, and now the second pitch of the inning.
Actually, I'm still on the first pitch, and I'm very much up to date where I am on my streaming, as we're at 0-1 for JP Crawford.
Yeah, it's MLB.com. So yeah, MLB.com's always a little.
And now the pitch, low for a ball. And by the way, Teresa, I wasn't trying to instigate any kind of politics. It's just what's happened. That's all.
Yep. And yes, next year the Mets and
They do. The 1-1.
They'll be playing.
That's going to be outside for a ball. But Teresa, if you didn't, I'm really sorry.
I do wonder if they're both going to do what they did in 2001 when they.
We're at 2-1 for JP Crawford, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Oh, look what we got! We have a nice fan over here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Always one of those bots.
Yeah, those stupid bots. If anything, those bots are just ruining my algorithm.
Yep.
And now we got 2-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to third base. The throw to first. That's going to be in time. I mean, you know who would really also ruin my algorithm? Haven't you seen one of those like YouTube troll commenters where they're like sending me like link to porn and stuff? And I was like, bro, stop.
Or no, my personal favorite is those bot accounts that they always have the questionable photos, and every comment section I always see for big channels, they're almost always the first comments. I'm all like, why?
Did you know that there was a troll that performed a heist on the Fifth Harmony YouTube channel? Did you see that? The pitch. And that is a strike. Yeah, they were like just like Fifth Harmony like accidentally like put out a bunch of random old music videos. And I think it was a heist.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what, like, because I think I've heard about that. And literally this one guy just kept posting like hate comments on it.
And we're at 0-2 for Cole Young. So much hate. Now here the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 1-2.
Oh, here's an interesting trivia, like baseball trivia question. Can you name the 5 active hitters that have more than 2,000 hits?
Now the pitch. Jose Altuve.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman.
Yes.
Aaron Judge.
No. Aaron Judge debuted
2017.
He debuted.
As we're at 2016, and now the 2-2. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field, and that is going to be
Marine layered.
Marine layered the F out, and that is going to be 2 outs. Okay, I got 3 more to go, don't I?
Yes.
Bryce Harper.
Nope.
He doesn't have 2,000 hits?
No, and neither of those guys have 2,000 hits.
It's Andrew McCutchen. Remember how Ken Griffey Jr. answered? He goes, so Ken Griffey Jr., who is the player that resembled McCutchen?
Yeah.
And now here's Randy Rosarena. And now here's going to be a ground ball. And that is going to get right through for a base hit. And now you got runner on first base. And I would think that this is going to be the opportunity for Cal Raleigh. I think this is where he wants his number 54.
And so, Randy, just sit your butt down on the base.
Now here is Cal Raleigh up to the plate.
So, yeah, Friedman, Altuve, McCutchen, and then there's 2 that came on, I think, the list.
2 home runs to pass Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
And throw to first, and that's going to be not in time.
Yeah, and there's 2 more. 1 recently got on the list.
Now we're at 1 for 2 is Cal Raleigh. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-1.
Nope, Fritz.
Giancarlo Stanton. So it's Freddie Freeman. Here, let me just shoot.
Because I have the list up here. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it.
I don't. So McCutchen, Freddie Freeman, and Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give hits because I know the moment you give hints is the moment it's given away.
Oh yeah. These 2 I couldn't really give a hint for because it would.
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
As we're at 0-1. And now here is the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. So it's not Bryce Harper, which you would have thought it was.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber?
No, because you'd started saying his name,
Marcus
so that's why I
Semien.
said no. Nope. Not Simeon. Trout? No, it's not
Not
Trout.
even Trout.
Well, it makes sense. The dude gets injured too often.
Oh, come on. You gotta have a laughing face. Bruh. That's a bruh moment, man. As we're at 2-1 for Cal Raleigh. And the pitch, it's going to be a foul ball. He's down to that final strike. Man, who could it be?
Well, okay, thinking of the 2 that are left.
Fritz, do you give up? Do you want the answers now, or do you still want to try? Teresa, do you know, or anybody know? As we're at 2-2.
Because
I forgot to update my banner thing.
Former teams, it would give it away. The other one I might be able to say.
And the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. 3-2, the full count. Fritz does not want to give up yet.
Okay.
As we're at 3-2 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Oh, Teresa can't help. And now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got fooled, and that is going to be retiring the side. And I would play the Dom Canzone thing, but it's just kicking a dead horse at this point.
Yeah.
And I would think that Carlos Vargas is going to get one more inning because he literally just pitched to one guy.
Teresa, if you're wondering what it is the 5 active players that have more than 2,000 hits. Freddie Freeman's already been guessed. Jose Altuve's been guessed, and Andrew McCutchen's already been guessed. So we got 2 guys left who have less hits than the 3 that have already been named.
Salvador Perez.
No, that is a good guess. But nope, it's not Salvi.
So not Salvador. Carlos Correa.
No, Carlos Correa. Ooh. I don't think he's anywhere close to 2,000, actually.
Trey Turner.
Nope. These are all good guesses. And you will be kicking yourself when you figure out who these 2 are.
Juan Soto.
No, he's too young. Too young.
I feel like I know who these players are, and I probably talk
Well,
about them
you
from time to
definitely
time.
know who they are. You definitely do.
I'm even trying to see what it shows. Manny Machado.
Yes.
Manny Machado! Let's go, Fritz! Woo!
Well, that was the one I was all I can't even say the former teams
I wouldn't have
he's on.
thought. But that punk still owes the Dodgers $20 million.
But yeah, that's why I couldn't say like some of his former teams because they would give it away. Even though if I said Baltimore, that would have given it away.
No, I wouldn't have thought of anything.
Okay, so he's the newest.
Corey Seager.
Nope, it's not Seager.
Now the pitch, and that is a strike. Oh, by the way, it's walk your dog to the park day. I don't like the idea of bringing your dogs to a game. I just don't.
Unless it's a service dog.
Yeah, or like one of those emotional support dogs.
Yeah.
Because we're at
then you
0-2.
sometimes get the problem of like some people have like emotional support cats or something like that.
Carlos Santana.
No, it is not Santana. Though let me look.
So we're at 0-2, the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul.
Let me look. Yeah, he is getting close. So if he keeps playing, he will eventually step over to it. And by close, I mean he's less than 200 away. But no, he does not have 2,000 yet.
Now we're at 0-2.
Do you want a hint?
No.
Oh, okay.
And now the pitch.
Just thinking of
Going to be a ground ball right to Suarez, and that's going to be a fair ball. It's going to be a fair ball. He's going to go to second base, and Suarez just gave up on that play. Oh, my goodness. What is going on?
Well, it is Vargas, so things always seem to happen when he's up.
Now they're looking at the pitch. It was actually a good pitch. There was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't hanging in the middle. And I think that – I wonder if that is a case to be a foul ball, actually. I wonder if this could be challenged because it was already bouncing in foul territory.
Well, they didn't challenge it. If it is –
I would have challenged it because the Mariners' runs are precious, and that's going to be a foul ball. I think that should have been at least a reviewable call.
Well, can you review it, though? Because there are some that, like, for whatever reason, you can't review.
Joey Votto.
No, he's retired.
As now we're at
0-1. One, but he's retired.
And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And Fritz, do you want a hint to be given? I'll ask you for a hint because I don't want to do it without a fan's permission.
Okay. Because I actually have a hint lined up for this guy, and I don't think it will help too much.
Don't you think you can review it if it bounced over the base? That's what I'm thinking, and that's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah, I don't know how the reviews work in that situation because the rules are weird. Okay.
All right, give us a hint.
He played for the Diamondbacks.
Ketel Marte.
No.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul off the foot.
It's a hint that helps, but I know it's not going to help as much.
It really is not. Honestly, I think I give up. Who was number 5?
Paul Goldschmidt.
I wouldn't have thought of that anyway.
Well, because I could have said, his former team is currently playing right now.
As we're at 0-2 for Pod Hayes, and that's going to be a foul ball. The pages again.
Fritz actually thought of it.
Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Well, I wouldn't have guessed Paul Goldschmidt anyway.
You know the funny thing is, I also have the list for top 300 home run hitters.
Now the pitch. It's gonna be
there's a lot of active players on this list
who have 300 home runs.
Well, no, top 300, not 300 home run hitters, just top 300. Which
now we're at 2-2 for Pajes, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and we got 1 out. Finally.
Do you want to guess the active players that are in the top 300 in home runs?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
That's wild. Trout doesn't. 2K is harder than I know. 2K
Well,
really is tough. Now the pitch.
He still has to hit almost 300. Like, get 300 hits before he can get it.
Caleb Ferguson's going to be in the bullpen.
Right.
Now the pitch.
Rowdy
And
to
that's a
left.
strike, 1-1.
So Fritz, you want to guess the top 300 home run hitters that are active
good.
players?
I'm good.
Well, Fritz was throwing out Rowdy
Now
to
the
left.
pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that should be fielded by Cole Young. Throw to first, and that's going to be in time. But the runner goes to third base, and now we've got 2 outs.
Though
And
I will
still-
say, looking at the names here, you would probably be able to guess most of these easy.
Does anyone dare me? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow, singing the national anthem. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Now the pitch, and that is a strike.
Got lucky that at this moment, Church is up.
Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch.
Church.
And that's going to be a ground ball, and that's right to Suarez. Throw to first in time. And I thought that was going to go over his head. And I think if it was Jorge,
that would have been different, but
I think if it was Jorge Polanco at third base, that would have gone over his head.
no. 300th exactly. It's a multiple tie because you got Carlos Gonzalez, Gary Matthews, Kevin Mitchell, and Paul Molitor.
Kevin Mitchell got fat when he got onto the Mariners in 1992.
And that's with 234 homers. But yeah, I honestly think you would guess most of these players because most of them are people you would think who have a lot of home runs.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you don't want to take this challenge?
Nope.
And if you're also wondering, Trout still does not have his 400th homer.
I wouldn't have thought he was at 400 home runs by now.
And the issue is he probably would have had like 500 by this point if he wasn't so injury prone or on a better squad at least.
Still on the commercial break at the moment.
Greavy is still in.
And we are back from the break. And we got Julio Rodriguez, who's got an 0-1 count on him, or 1-0 count on him. And he's got to step this up. And now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a lot right to the second baseman, Fermin. And that is going to be 1 out.
Oh, no, that's not what you want.
It's a nice little liner. And it looked good, too. That could have been a base hit. And now it's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. And does Josh Naylor have anything in him? I mean, this is a very critical game for the Mariners. If they don't win, not only will they fall behind on Houston, as we got a strike on Naylor, but now Texas is going to be literally right on their asses. Now we're at 0-1.
Please.
And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two, and Naylor seems to be off his game today. And that's going to be 0-2 on the Joshua Naylor.
I will say also for like going on that hits list, man, we were spoiled with 3,000 hitters and like for the last 2 decades. We were spoiled with them.
We were spoiled. Now that's 0-2. Low for a ball. And yeah, it's much more a rarity now because the pitching game has really evolved. This has become a pitcher's league.
Well, and also you just like I said earlier, you have most teams not prioritizing contact; they're prioritizing.
No, they're too much power as we're at 1-2, and now the pitch and a swing and a miss at the dirt, strike three, and the Mariners' offense continues to frustrate me. And now we got 2 outs, and it's going to be Jorge Polanco up to the plate, and I think it's Eugenio Suarez.
No, it was Polanco.
Why are they putting? I don't get this lineup. I never do. I hate this lineup.
But like the thing is that if Freeman and Altuve don't get it, it will be a long time before we see a 3,000 hitter.
Now here's going to be a ground ball right two, and that's going to be out, and that's going to retire the side. And I think Ferguson's going to be coming in, and that was an easy and ridiculously easy 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the starter might even come out for the 7th.
Pretty much. And are you hungry for burgers? Maybe I am.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
Well, now we're going into the top of the 7th inning, and I will certainly be singing the 7th inning stretch. And we got Cincinnati beating up on San Diego, so that could be helpful.
Yeah, because the Dodgers.
Who are the Dodgers playing today?
The Rockies.
So, yeah, that should be easy, right? And how are the Dodgers doing against the Rockies?
They're leading 4-0.
Good. So you really do want – but then here's the other thing. It may not even matter for much because what if I don't know if the Dodgers are going to be able to catch up to the Brewers anyway.
No, they probably won't even catch up to the Phillies.
So they're probably going to settle for their last ones, and hopefully they will rest them. Gerangelo Saintia, by the way, is pitching. He has 7 strikeouts and just 2 walks and no runs given up. The switch-handed pitcher.
Oh, that's interesting because on my screen it says Gabe Spires pitching.
No, I'm talking about minor league. Sorry.
Oh, I was all
They're showing
like,
minor league highlights.
no,
Gabe
I am
Spires
surprised
pitching.
Gabe
I'm
Spires
surprised.
pitching.
I thought they're going to give it to Ferguson or something.
Or just let Hancock pitch there as pitch the next 2
I think they're just saving him for tomorrow. But at least tomorrow, you at least would think you have Matt Brash. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And that is 1-2. And the pitch. Low for a ball again. And now Spire is showing his struggles. And I think my concerns were
I wonder if it's that arm.
It's got to be that arm. I mean, he's not looking good. It just doesn't feel right on the way he's pitching.
Well, and
Like, I
also
can even feel the pain myself. And now the pitch. And again, it's happening again. 3-2. Like, even T-Mobile Park gives no guarantees to our bullpen and our starters, as we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called. He got him. Mariners caught a break on that one, and that is going to be 1 out. And tomorrow, I know I've already said it, but I will be back for the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. You better hope that I'll be there. And I will be joined by the Jay Trident podcast. He'll be on there. And now here is Herrera, and now here is the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, and that is a foul ball.
Luckily.
That could have been fair, and it should have been fair. Aaron Judge at 300 and wait, what? Time has really flown by, man. When Aaron Judge is at 359 home runs already, you know time has flown.
It also helps be in that Mickey Mouse Park and hit 62 one year.
I know, right?
Yeah. If he was in any other stadium, he would have never gotten that 62 season.
How do you think he would have done with Old Yankee Stadium? Do you think he would have maybe been a
he would have gotten even more?
No, Old Yankee Stadium was actually not that much of a hitter's park, actually. And now here's the 0-1. And that is going to be a – did he hit him?
Now,
Nope.
If he was in Coors, he probably would have broken the all-time record. Like, imagine Coors.
Trout has 398 home runs, but less than 2,000 hits. That's wild. I agree. And they did say that he got hit. He got hit in the foot. Herrera got hit.
Is that the second time Herrera's been hit in this game?
I think so. And honestly, I think that Dan Wilson has to take him out. It's just not working for Gabe Spire. I think they should take him out. But they're not going to. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside. Again, they have to take him out. I think Ferguson should have been pitching on this one. I don't even like Ferguson that much. I don't think Gabe Spire was the right call. As we're at 1-0.
But yeah, looking at
now
this
here
list,
is the pitch, and that is going to be outside again, and that's going to be 2-0. And if he walks, I think Dan Wilson's got to take him out, but he's not going to. And that's the thing. Oh, how about this? Let's pull out a pitcher that yesterday who pitched less than 10 pitches with a 1-2-3. Let's pull him out after that. But let's give Gabe Spire all the pitches that he wants when it's just not working for him.
And, risk injury and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that a thing, too? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And now that's going to be 2-1. I hate that rule. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss strike, too. Actually, no, I shouldn't hate that rule because I hated it because Scott Service, without that rule, he would have been like, take someone out after one batter.
Yeah.
So I guess the rule is if you're starting that inning, you have to finish 3 batters. But if you just came in, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the rule goes. But yeah, seeing this list that I'm putting up here, I think you would have guessed most of these pretty quickly.
Maybe.
Well, look at them. Aaron Judge, Trout, Machado.
We're at 3-2 for Burleson. Now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did go, and that's going to be strike 3.
Got it.
And he is just an absolute shock. And I think are they going to challenge the call? Is that a challengeable call? I don't think swings and misses are challengeable calls.
Honestly, I don't know because in some cases that they are, and then other ones they aren't. So honestly, I have no idea.
And it's very close. I like this one. Thanks, Ump. Let's go! I really love my fans here. My fans are funny. We have like the funniest people I've seen. They'll say things. And don't forget, hit the mute button when I sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So I warn all of you to hit that mute button, just like what Flick of the Switch thinks.
Oh, definitely hit that mute.
Everyone's going to be like,
you're being serenaded.
and now we're at 0-2 for Wilson Contreras. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And once again, everyone, I appreciate all of your flexibility for the banner that I put out, whether you liked it or not. But I appreciate the flexibility and the willingness to be on my show. Now the pitch, and that is a ball. But other than this is still a no politics show. It's not. And the channel. So there you have it. And now we're at 1-1. And now here is the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. Arenado, wouldn't have thought of that. McCutchen, I could see that. He's been in the league for a long time. Like, McCutchen really has had serious longevity. George Springer didn't think about that.
But it's not surprising when you...
As we're at 1-2. And now here is the pitch. Up high for a ball. And that's going to be 2-2. Also, on my fantasy baseball team, my team as of now is winning 9-1. Looks like he's just lobbing them over the plate, and then it's a strike when he looks off. Yeah, he does look off.
Yes, again.
And now we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. Low for a ball that nearly got away. Now it's going to be 3-2 once again. And this may be a situation where if the Mariners get out of this inning, you might as well explain it as getting out of it at the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
And I've said that quite a bit on this channel. I think skin of my teeth is also a pretty famous saying on this channel. Skin of your teeth, seen enough, drilled to left field. As we're at 3-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Yeah, Gabe Spire really does look off. There's no doubt about it. I'd say last hitter here. Yeah, I think if he walks him, I think he's got to take him out. And now we're at 3-2. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike three.
Got out of
and
that.
That's going to retire the side. Gabe Spire really did. He really limped his way out of that. And now we got Suarez, Canzone, and Crawford up to the plate. And Josh, guess what time it is?
7-inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because everyone else has won. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Now I gotta get to Louie lyrics. Louie, Louie, oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. I said, Louie, Louie, oh baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. Catch a ship across the sea. That's all I know.
But yes, I put the list of the active players in the top 300.
Man, you and the stuff.
Well, no, Altuve, that's the funny one. You see that?
Uh-huh.
And also the fact that his 24 home runs lead the Astros.
Yeah, if Jordan was healthy. And by the way, I left him on the bench.
He's been good, but he's
been lights out.
Yeah, and Diaz also helped again.
And the fact that I was able to make it to the semifinals almost and that's going to be a foul ball. That almost hit Suarez. The fact that I made it to the semifinals pretty much without Alvarez is impressive.
Yeah. And just right as the semifinals starts, Jordan comes back and starts swinging.
Now the pitch.
It's almost fitting.
So Suarez does this swing. He does the Canzone swing. Should we just call it the Canzone swing?
Yeah, it's the Canzone swing.
As we're at 0-2 on Eugenio Suarez. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. He actually didn't swing at that one.
Hey, progress. Yeah, I will say that the ones you would have struggled on if you'd done that list would have been Altuve, Simeon.
1-2. And that's going to be a foul ball.
A few others. Probably Springer's, though. If you'd thought about it for a bit, you probably would have gotten Springer. But
It looks like viewers are flying away because they're like, this game stinks.
And
now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball to third base. Easy play. He has it. Throw to first in time. He gets the tag on him, and that's going to be 1 out. And now it's going to be this guy up to the plate.
The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
He literally just swing.
That never gets old.
You gotta love these guys.
Can't believe you've actually seen that. And now the pitch inside for a ball. That's one of my childhood VHS tapes I still have. It's still hanging in there in my studio. And now we're at 1-0 for Dom Canzone. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Now we're at 1-1. And now we are looking at the 1-1 pitch. And now here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It was literally right in the zone. That was a meatball pitch. He tried to hit for the home run, and it was like... Now we're at 1-2 on Dom Canzone. And now here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball. 2-2. We're at 2-2 for Canzone. And now the pitch, way up high for a ball. He's actually not swinging at those. That's going to be 3-2.
Progress.
Slow clap progress. J.P. Crawford up on deck. May not even amount to much. As now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball deep to left field. And is that going to be enough? That he makes the catch. He makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. He leaped. And he made the catch.
That was right down the middle. That was the pitch to hit.
That was. But let's blame it on the marine layer, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. That's what the article is going to be tomorrow. Marine layer screwed us over.
Of course. Of course the marine layer did.
It's all about the narrative.
It's not like, it's everyone else's fault except yourself.
Pretty much. Now here is J.P. Crawford. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. I don't know what it's going to take.
I do like how if you look at Betts and Freeman, you can actually see why the Dodgers have sucked. Because they barely hit any home
The 0-1. And he gets under it. It's going to be popped up to right field. And he's going to be there. And he makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. And another frustrating inning for the Mariners. The only run they got was off of a sacrifice fly. And how many hits do the Cardinals have right now?
Well, let's look at the box score. The Cardinals have 6 and the Mariners have 5.
So it's a very evenly game. But the way that the Cardinals have been getting on base, you would think that it's only a matter of time that St. Louis scores at some point in this game.
You would think, but the problem is for them is they kind of have these 2 spots where their hitting really takes a nosedive, and that's Church and Gorman. That's literally
here's the score. 9-1, and then this is the other semifinals. They are literally in a seesaw battle.
Yeah. Well, I think Diaz probably helped you if you had him not on the bench.
Yeah, I had Baldwin.
Oh, because Diaz hit a
home run
winner.
Well, I better fix that lineup and put Diaz back on.
And then as soon as you put him in, he's going to suck.
Same with Yordan Alvarez.
Just keeping him on that bench, having him hit have 3 hit games, 4 hit games. Oh,
I have Diaz and Alvarez starting tomorrow. But here's the thing: they're also in Toronto, which Toronto very much favors the hitters too.
Yeah, though we've only been able to get 3 runs in both games, so
I kind of wonder. I see that I have 10 viewers, and this is with me being here. I would wonder what it could be like for the playoffs and next season as I keep growing. You never know.
Yeah. Got no idea there.
Got no idea what to expect. But even with playoffs, like there will be times where I will make time for a key game, even without the Mariners.
Well, and also, I would think you'd probably also do the World Baseball Classic when it comes up.
Oh, I'm doing that. I want to do the World Baseball Classic. And you know for sure I'm doing the World Cup.
Now here's the question. Even though it would be in the middle of the night, would you live stream the Japan-Korea game?
100, 1,000, 10,000%.
Because it's going to be in the middle of the night because they're playing in Japan.
Here's Caleb Ferguson. I'm thinking about it for sure. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young and the throw to first in time. And Josh Naylor had to rush to get there. And now we've got one out as we got Ferguson
Good hustle.
as getting out of the bullpen. And I feel like this is the pitcher they should have used last inning. So I'm really glad that they got Caleb. I'm really glad they got Gabe Spire over with because I don't think he would have worked going into extra innings because I think they would have gotten to him. Gabe Spire got insanely lucky in that inning. And now we got Andres Munoz. Looks like he is getting warmed up. He's going to get warmed up. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. This feels like big 2 innings for momentum going forward. It really does, doesn't it?
You would think.
Now we're at 0-1 for Sagis. And now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball.
See if you can get this guy out because he's 3 for 3.
I will be here tomorrow for the Angels game. Looking to be there for Saturday and Sunday. And also the Seahawks game on Sunday. The pitch low for a ball. So it's going to be a pretty heavy streaming week for me as always. Because now we're at 2-1 for Sagis. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2.
No word on the shooter yet.
It's been a very uneventful game so far.
Other than the action right at the beginning, it's been just inning.
Now it's 2-2. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Throw to first. And he picks it up. And that is going to be in time. He gets him. And that's going to be 2 outs. And Josh Naylor's like, hey, are you okay, man? Looks like Sagis had a really bad tripping.
Oof. Because sometimes that happens because you're running full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Trying to beat that throw out.
I wonder if they are maybe going to review the call because they're showing the replay. No, he's already there. Like, it's already there. The ball is already there, so.
Yeah. Nothing to
And now here is Pages or Pagis.
Pages.
Pages on the pitch. And that is a strike. He's probably going to be hit a home run and be like, say my name right.
Say my name.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Don't mess with him. Now we're at 0-1.
So
now the pitch.
What are the chances
Swing and a
that
miss,
this
strike
game
two.
just becomes like the longest game ever in MLB history, both innings and time?
For my show, too.
Because there's a chance that we might just keep going and no one scores.
Imagine if I was lonely, too.
Oh,
Because we're at 0-2 for Pajis. And now the pitch. Here's going to be a ground ball. Should be easy play for Crawford. Throw to first. And that's going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. And someone here has to take a little bit of a break. Be right back.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Yeah. Getting close being back from the break as we're going to go into the bottom of the eighth.
Cole Young, Randy Arozarena, and Cal Raleigh coming up.
So there is opportunity. There is opportunity.
We will see. Just seems like no one wants to score.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last run was scored in the second. Ooh.
It's been a pretty uneventful game so far, but a very competitive one.
Yeah. No, the Cardinals pitcher is staying in. Savanson or whatever.
They're showing off the fireworks. And we are back from the break. And now we've got Cole Young. Hasn't really done much in this past month, to be honest with you. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a ball. Cole Young's got some work to do, especially for this offseason, no matter how his season goes.
Yeah.
As we're at 1-0.
I doubt that he's.
And now the pitch. And that is a strike.
I doubt with a playoff appearance here, he's going to turn into a 2022 Jeremy Pena or something like that.
You would think, huh?
Well, because that was a special performance that I don't think you'll really see.
1-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cole Young is supposed to be Mr. Contact, but he hasn't really shown much. Now, he has games where he has walked consecutively, but this is the time where he's really got to step up, especially for September.
You could say he's a young walker.
And now the pitch, way up high for a ball.
If only he was walking in the sky, then he could be a young skywalker.
Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball.
Oof. Oof.
Now we're at 2-2.
Window shopper.
And now the pitch. And strike three called. Doesn't even take a swing at it. And that's going to be one out.
There. Window shopper.
It was literally right there, and he could have swung at it. Should have swung at it.
At least it wasn't middle. That would have been embarrassing.
It's still just as bad.
Yeah, it is.
And now we've got Randy Arozarena, and this is his time to be as clutch as he can.
But
Low for a ball.
does that mean he can't go?
He'll do that when he strikes out, as he's batting .244 with 27 home runs and 73 RBIs.
And then watch him play for like Team Mexico and like hit really
The
well.
pitch. Well, I mean, it's a different level of play too.
Well, yeah, it is. But just watch him like.
Not everyone is going to be Major League Baseball players out there.
The thing is that as time has gone on, it's gone more of you have players that like you either have
pitch.
players
Inside for a ball
or MLB like players, especially on the really competitive teams like Japan.
I mean, there are American players that have gone to other countries and play for them because they know they can't make it to Americans' team, so they'll play for a different team based on where their parents were born.
Yeah.
And now the pitch.
Though
And
there are
swinging a
some
miss
that just
strike
do it
two.
because they want to honor said parents, like Freddie Freeman plays for Canada.
Yeah, but then you had people like Keith Olbermann that said, no, that should not be done. It should be done based on where they were. Now the pitch. And strike three, Cole. He doesn't even swing at it. What are you doing?
Well, no, he did it. It says he swung at it. It said he swung at it.
And now we've got 2 outs already on 2 straight strikeouts.
But a home run could take the lead.
Yep, and that's what Cal Raleigh is feeling. And the catcher's like, hey, just relax. It's the Mariners. They suck. They're not clutch. They're feeling the pressure anyway. And they're really asking the fans for some noise.
It's some noise.
And Cal Raleigh is up. The home run counter is 53. And the question is, can he get to 54 by the end of this night? And we definitely need it, as Cal Raleigh is up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. Cal Raleigh's batting .241 with 53 home runs and 113 RBIs. And now the pitch again. And he check swings, and that's going to be a foul ball. And now we're at strike 2. And if I'm Swanson, I would just give him 3 straight crappy pitches and see if
I would just throw one in the dirt
them.
and see if he swings at it.
Yeah, throw it at the dirt and see if you can fool him, because I think that will easily get him to strike out. As now we're at 0-2 on big dumper Cal Raleigh. And now the pitch, way up high for a ball. Hey, he kind of took my advice. He's just pitching all balls, and he should do it again for 2 more times.
Wow. Here's an interesting thing. Kyle Schwarber has the exact same batting average as Cal.
And now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch, way outside for a ball, and that's going to be 2-2. So he ain't fooling him. And Cal Raleigh ain't being fooled this time. But I think this might be the pitch where he does it. I think what could happen, I think he's going to try to risk it, throw it down the middle, and see if Cal swings at it or not. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. And that was a bad pitch. And now we're still at 2-2.
But it's kind of bad when the king of 3 true outcomes has the exact same batting average as your catcher.
Now we're at 2-2. He is 1 for 3 with a single, 29 pitches for Swanson. He's been pitching very well. And now the 2-2 pitch, up high for a ball, 3-2. And I think he's just gonna throw a ball. He's not gonna give him anything. He's gonna try to get Cal to swing at it and see if Julio can do it, because he has no clutch factor. So I think this one's gonna be a ball, and we're gonna see. And now the pitch. Yep, and that is ball 4. I called it. And now it's going to be Julio Rodriguez up to the plate, and it's up to him to be the hero. And Julio looks all amped up. He was literally just jogging up to the mound, or up to the plate. Mound.
Yeah, he's just all, come here, you pitcher. I'm going to take you on.
Gonna take you on, man. And now here is Julio Rodriguez. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. And after this, you have Josh Naylor up. So if Julio walks, you can give the bat to Josh Naylor as he has some more clutch than Julio does. Batting .265 with 30 home runs and 87 RBIs. And now the pitch. And that is a ball. And as you can see in that banner over there back there, they're really hyping that Dodgers-Mariners game really hard. It's like, why? It's not necessary. Just hype the one for the Angels. So we're at 2-0 for Julio. Now the pitch. And that was right in there for a strike. Literally right his pitch right there. And now we got a 2-1 count on Julio Rodriguez. Wow. And it's going to be 2-1 for Julio. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball that bounces off the base. And now it's going to get Cal Raleigh into third base. Are they going to try to score? Nope. And then there's no throw to third.
Well, also Cal's too big. He wouldn't have.
And now Julio should be at second base. And the Mariners catch a break. And it's going to be up to Josh Naylor, which he doesn't have to hit the home run. Just get a single somehow, some way. So we can get this win, and that bounced right off the base, and the Mariners caught a huge break.
They just pulled the pitcher.
Oh, they pulled the pitcher, huh?
Yep, because I just watched him march off the field.
Okay, Naylor, just who we want up. Absolutely. Like he's going to have to do it against Romero. Still on that commercial break.
Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food. Come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you.
And it looks like we are back from the break. And now here is Josh Naylor, who is 1 for 3 now the pitch, and that's going to be way outside for a ball. And that's going to be ball one. They're going with the left-hander to do their matchup advantage or disadvantage. But I think deep down the bullpen pitcher was just done.
Yeah.
And now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch, low for a ball again, and that's going to be 2-0. And Jorge Polanco is on deck. He would be the batter if Naylor prolongs this inning. Oh, shoot. I put my Rooftop Sports banner in there. Ah, shoot. Now the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. But no one's really reading it anyway. No one really reads that. Let's be honest. As we're at 3-0 for Josh Naylor, and I think they're going to try to get a strike on him, or I think it's going to be a glorified intentional walk. And now the pitch, and that is a strike. And the Cardinals caught a break on that one, as that one should have been a ball.
Well, yeah.
And it was.
I think he was all like, oh, I'll just throw it here to see if he pops it up. But
yeah, that one, I think he would have popped that one up. And that's going to be 3-1 the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. And now it's up to Jorge Polanco. But here's the thing. Assuming that his numbers were not inflated by April, Polanco does do very well with runners in scoring position, including 2 outs. So there is opportunity there. It is there. But he's going to have to do it from his right-handed part, as he's batting .260 with 24 home runs and 67 RBIs. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and this could be cutting it close. Throw to first, and that's going to be in time.
Yeah, that was close.
And the Mariners waste the bases loaded, and now we're going to go into the 9th inning. Oh my god! No, I need a break. No, leave me alone. I'm out. Give me a break.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
They really needed a moment because I was just so furious.
Jose Castillo is in.
Yeah, and that's not good. And my feed is still behind.
Now, luckily, you got 3 guys that haven't had a single hit in this game.
But that could change at any time.
Now, the bad thing is, if they do take the lead here, that might be donezo because all your good hitters just went through.
Even if with good hitters, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that really did cut it close. And that's going to be inside for a ball by Castillo. Castillo seems to be supposed to that Taylor Saucedo replacement. And this is for Mean. And now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a diving stop by Crawford. Go to first, and that's going to be in time. And J.P. Crawford with that amazing play barely gets him out. And that's going to be 1 out. And that may have saved the game for the Mariners for the present meantime.
They pulled Church. They pulled Church. Oh,
of course they did.
Because Church sucks.
I guess they're literally taking him to church. It's a nice play by Crawford, and I wonder if they're reviewing the call because Naylor's foot may have gotten off. Nope. And Luis F. Castillo, now Jose Castillo, high leverage. Are you kidding me? I agree. And now it hits Pozo up to the plate.
Pozo.
Hopefully we can turn him into the poser.
No.
And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. And now we're at 1-0. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside for a ball.
Just, pulling all the Castillos out. It's a Castillo.
So many Castillos. Castillos is a big name for the Mariners. As we're at 2-0, and now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive, and that is fouled.
Just be all like, it's a Castillo night. We're going to only put Castillos in as pitcher.
Yeah. Don't walk Pozo. That's your advice. It's a great advice, Fritz.
Solid advice. My advice is score more runs than the opponent.
And the 2-1. Now here's a fly ball and foul.
Oh,
Have you heard of the great – hey, Fritz, do you remember Ron Fairley of the Mariners, that color commentator for Dave Niehaus and Rick Riz? Do you remember Ron Fairley, Fritz? Let me know if you do, and I can do an impression on him. As we're at 2-2 for the Pozo. And now here is the pitch, and he does not go. Well, Ron Fairley would sound like this. Yeah, so the best way for the Mariners to win this game is just to not walk Pozo. That's what I was told to do. As we're at 3-2.
oh my gosh.
And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, diving stop by Suarez. He loses the ball, the throw to first, and that is in time again. Great play by Suarez. He lost the ball, but he was able to make up for it and made an amazing play. And great defenses by J.P. Crawford and Eugenio Suarez.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
Mariners making these game-saving plays.
Seems like this game's not going to end anytime soon.
So be it. Now here is Nootbaar, the pitch.
Who
and
needs a
that
bullpen
is a strike.
anyways?
Well, someone needs hitting. That's what we need.
Who needs that bullpen? You know, they're just pitchers. Rub some dirt on it.
Now we're at 0-1 for the Nootbaar and the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1.
I do wonder if he's going to play for Team Japan again.
Now we're at 1-1 for Nootbaar.
Because he did the last time.
Now here is the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. I have 14 people on all of a sudden. Looks like people are flexible about how I do my show. And that we're at 2-1. I do like that. I appreciate that very much. The pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be a diving effort to Crawford, but he doesn't get it. But it was a great effort for him. Where was Cole Young on that
the
one?
guy that you don't want coming up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, what's his name? It's going to
Herrera.
be, yeah, Herrera. That's going to be very dangerous. J.P.
Yeah.
Crawford really did hyperextend as much as he could. He had no play and no chance to get him out. Just not enough time. But, yeah, things can get dangerous. Kick Shock, first two. This is your first time. Welcome to the show. This is Rooftop Sports. And to make it clear, I am not a political person. Let me just make that clear. I'm just not political. I'm just putting out my respects for people. And, you know, I think after this day fourth, people are going to be asking me to do for this person and then that person, that person, that person. So that's the pressure that's going to get to me.
Yeah.
I know. I may have opened Pandora's box for that. And this is not a joking manner, but it is what it is. But, hey, I'm doing something for 9/11 tomorrow. I think that's fair. And I've already talked about the whole Colorado thing. So I'm doing what I can to make it fair for everyone. That's 3 hitters go to Munoz. I don't see the difference between batters 3 and 4, but they're still going to stay with him. Now here is Herrera, and now here's the pitch, and that is a strike. And now I don't know. I'm really conflicted about whether we should put in Munoz or not. I mean, if you want to do right-hander, then there you go. And
It's
now
an unsafe
the pitch.
situation, though. And
that is a strike. And that's the
bad.
thing. You don't want to waste him either. And you've already used him yesterday.
yeah. But you
But yeah,
might
Kick
have
Shack,
to.
if you're wondering who I am, I do Mariners and I do Seahawks, Sonics, and Korean soccer if you care about that. And the 0-2, low for a ball. He was ahead of him on the count. And now we're at 1-2. We really got to get this guy out. We really got to get some batters going as we're at 1-2 for Herrera. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. A very clutch inning for the Mariners. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the 9th inning.
Oh my.
Let's do this.
With Suarez, Robles, and Crawford.
Let's do an inspiring video, shall we? I think I have an inspiring video for them, and I think this may get the Mariners going.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro is like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
That never gets old.
Let's go. I'm all
I
like,
love
where's
Chad.
Chad? We need
Where is Chad? World Series, baby.
Let's go. Haniger comes back, and you just think we just signed a Hall of Famer.
Robbie Ray, oh, whatever. World Series, baby.
He was a negative WAR player.
You know, his numbers were terrifyingly very close to 2010 Ken Griffey Jr.'s numbers. If you take away the home run and the extra bases, he's basically 2010 Ken Griffey Jr. And now we got Romero up to the plate. Now here is Eugenio Suarez, now the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. And I think we need some inspiration out of this guy.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
Now we're at 1-0. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. This is the opportunity for Eugenio Suarez. And one of the last times he hit a walk-off home run was against Atlanta in 2022. He is 0 for 3, though. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He was fooled on that one. In one-run game situation, the Mariners are 28-21 in the one-run game situation. Now we're at 1-2 for Suarez. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to be 1 out. And now we're getting close to the bottom of the lineup. And now they're going to pinch hit Victor Robles because they don't want to do the lefty-lefty with Dom Canzone. But the most you may get out of Victor Robles is probably just a sacrifice bunt at the very most.
A sacrifice bunt with no one on base.
Pretty much. He's going to drop the bunt.
Ugh.
And now the pitch up high for a ball. And Fritz, I don't blame you for saying it. Suarez is not playing at the level he should be playing.
But Fritz, I thought you wanted him back.
We all wanted him back. We all did, but he's just stinking.
I know. I'm just.
Now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. But yeah, Fritz is right. Crazy that last year Garver was deemed more valuable than Haniger last year.
I will say, Fritz, I mixed them up a few times.
How's it going, Sean Lee? Go Lambs. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. How many times am I going to be doing this? Next thing I know, I'm going to tip over this chair.
It's now the 30th inning, and we got the bat boy out there.
As now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. And don't forget, next inning is going to be the ghost runner inning. So something is going to crack.
You would think.
Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that is foul. That was a nice hit by Robles, but it just got a little much too out there.
Ow, there.
Now we're at 2-2 for Victor Robles.
Dun, dun, dun.
And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What are you doing out there? I cannot be frustrated enough about this. Just strikeout after strikeout after strikeout.
Let's see what the longest game is by hours and innings.
It's probably back in like the 1920s, let's be honest. And now here is J.P. Crawford. Great. We have J.P. Crawford who's 0 for 3. We are just blanked. And that's going to be outside for a ball. It's going to be 1-0.
You want to know the longest MLB game in terms of hours?
What?
In 1984, White Sox Brewers, it lasted 8 hours.
Oh my God.
And it actually went so long in extra innings that they actually had to stop the game
And the
play it
1-1.
next day.
Swing and a miss, strike two. Am I surprised? Now we're at 1-2 on JP Crawford. And if he strikes out again, I'm literally going to scream and just run in anger and throw this pen. And now here's the pitch. Low for a ball. And Crawford is delaying the inevitable. Maybe I throw this, and that would be embarrassing.
And the longest by innings was, again, this was a 1920s
2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was a 94-mile-an-hour meatball, and he fouled it. That is concerning. And yeah, how is JP Crawford a 260 hitter? The way he's been hitting, it feels like he's like a 220 hitter.
Well, really, you need to see the WRC.
We're at 2-2, and now here's the pitch. And now he gets it golfing, and now that's going to be popped up, and now that's going to be caught, and he makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. And we're going into the top of the 10th, and I'm already congratulating the Cardinals already.
If you're wondering what it was 26 innings, the Brooklyn Robins versus the Boston Braves. 1-1 tie.
Babe Ruth's one-time team.
The game was called because it was too dark.
If JP on this team come next year, which he will because he has one more year left in his contract, and he's not going to be that much tradable, who takes over? Cole Young will probably be second, third shortstop, and then Polanco, maybe they re-sign him to be a second baseman, or they just sign some cheapo, put in Miles Mastroboni or something like that. So they're stuck with Crawford unless they can see something out of Colt Emerson and maybe Thelmine Celestine, but he's right now in Everett, so I don't see him get promoted anytime soon.
Also, you could move JP if you were doing a package deal.
Only if it's a package, but it has to benefit the Mariners. But the other thing, too, is Mariners could also be on selling mode next year because there's a lot of players that are going to be running out of time on arbitration, and they might be demanding trade.
Happen with the Mariners where they keep some of their players that they've signed for a while, and they really start gutting other pieces to really reshape the team. The funny thing is about that 26 innings game, it only took 3 hours and 50 minutes before it was called.
And now it would be like a dump like Kelnick. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And the fact that the Mariners got out of that inning, out of the last few innings, out of the skin of their teeth, it may just only be a matter of time that the Cardinals score. It just feels like they're just way overdue. They're like a volcano that's just waiting to erupt.
Yeah. Huh. So here's an interesting thing. I'm looking at the longest games. There was a 1968 game that the Astros were playing.
Now here is the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. And this is actually going to be Luke Jackson going to be on the mound. They're really waiting on Munoz because they know that actually they're not even using him at all. He is sitting. So I don't think he's going to be used for today. I don't think he's available. Same with Brash. I would think maybe Hancock to pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. As if we got a man on second base already.
What
they're going to Burleson, who is 0 for 4.
Is you'll see maybe 1 or 2 more bullpen guys, and then Hancock comes in.
And now we're at 1-1, and now the pitch. And that's going to be way outside for a ball, 2-1. And honestly, if you walk him, I won't be mad because at least
you got
have a double play opportunity. I think if it's 3-1, you should just let it go and just let him walk. Now we're at 2-1, the pitch. Yep, just walk him. Just point the finger and just say, no, I'm good. Just walk him. Why waste an arm? Why waste a pitch?
Yeah. That Astros game that they were playing the Mets, it lasted 24 innings, and the final score was 1-0 Houston.
3-1. And that is a strike. So I guess if you can get the strikeout, then sure. But if you get the walk, I will not be too disappointed, as we're at 3-2 for Burleson. And now it's going to be 3-2. And now the pitch. And now here's a liner to right field, and that's going to be caught by Victor Robles, but the runner's going to go to third base because he has time. And no, he stays. He stays at second base. Wow. Just some amazing plays on defense by the Mariners, including Victor Robles with a jumping catch, because the runner thought that it was going to drop, so he had to rush back. Otherwise, it could have been a double play.
Yeah.
And now we got Contreras up to the plate, and what's his numbers? What's Contreras' numbers? Even though he's 0 for 3, but I'm still on the edge of like just walking him.
Well, he has faced Jackson 4 times, and he hasn't gotten a single hit against Jackson.
And now we're at the pitch. Now here it is. And now here's a fly
hit.
ball drilled to right field, and that is foul. So with strike one, maybe you can get to him and try to get him to strike out, and you won't have to worry about the guy on second base as much.
Well, also Herrera, he's the DH, and he's been a DH most games, so he might be like a guy that's not fast.
Now we're at 0-1, and now the pitch, and that is going to be a strike 2. And Contreras was shocked because he thought that was a ball, and that should have been a ball. But I will take it.
Yes.
As we're at 0-2 on Contreras. I'm really curious how they're going to do that ABS thing next season. I am very curious.
Well,
We're at 0-2.
Probably be you get so many ABS challenges.
And the 2, and the pitch, and the foul ball. So many exciting games for the Mariners, but you're doing it against the Cardinals out of all teams. The Cardinals. If it was like the Yankees, then fine. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, but Julio is there and he makes the catch. And no one can tag because there's just not enough to run on that.
Herrera ran.
Oh, he ran. And he got doubled up. He got doubled.
He got doubled up. That's why I was clapping. I'm like, that was doofus move.
Wow.
If he had ran the other time, that would have been a score, but he was doofus. So, Mariners, this is easy.
I'll take it.
With Randy and Cal
literally, the Cardinals are now just trying to hand the game over.
Yeah. Well, the Cardinals are better than they have been the last few seasons. They still are pretty aimless.
Guy on second was stoned. I like that.
Yeah.
That comment is almost as funny as your comment from 2023, the 50 Shades Mariners freed.
Yes, the 50 Shades of Mariners.
And literally, we both lost it.
Yes, that was a good one. Because that was a beatdown of a game.
And then Mike just lost it. I am so happy that I did not go to this. They are just prison raping the Mariners.
And then you pop up the comment, 50 Shades of Mariners.
I want to bang my head until blood comes out of my ears. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Oh, I missed that guy, but unfortunately I had to let him go. Honestly, the crazy thing was about him, the social media world told me basically to fire him from my show. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I literally in virtual, I literally had people like putting their hands on me virtually on the wall and say, you cannot have him on your show or else I ain't watching yours. And I go, fine. I agree.
Yeah.
And now we are back from the
We're already
break, and
doing
we got
We're
Cole
already doing
Young
mound
up to the
visit.
plate. We got the man on second base. That's going to be J.P. Crawford. So he has a little bit of leg. So if you hit it somewhere in the gap, that could give the Mariners the victory and the needed sweep, because Mariners absolutely need to do it.
Because that series against the Angels is going to be hard.
It's not going to be easy. Like, I think they'll be lucky to get a split out of that, because Angels with the rivalry game, there's no guarantees that the Mariners are gonna come out of that. There's close
who
to no
knows, maybe this
guarantees.
will be Trout's moment that he finally gets 400.
Oh yeah, I think he'll get it. And I'll be saying,
Either way,
that ball is just drilled to left field. Forget about that one.
gotten 400.
Now here's Cole Young, and he's going to go for the bunting effort, and that's going to be a foul. I like the idea.
Well, yeah, with the guys coming after Cole Young, that makes sense.
Yeah, then you got El Rando Grando and Cal Raleigh, who can, you would think, worst case scenario, can get you the sacrifice fly if he's on third base. As we're at 0-1.
No, you could get.
They're going to go for the bunt again. And now here is the pitch. And he bunts it, and that's going to be a foul. That could be caught, and that is caught. Unbelievable.
Oh, this game's never ending.
No, it will. The Cardinals will get it. They will get it. Mariners cannot be lucky for this long. But now we got the El Rando Grando. It's just like,
watch him go for a bunt. Be all like, yeah, bunt.
That was just in the air way too long.
Yeah, that's the risk you always take with bunting, is you might bump it up.
He didn't bring it down. That was the problem. As now we're at Randy Arozarena. He is 1 for 4. He doesn't have to hit a home run. And now the pitch, and that's low for a ball. That's the thing. The Mariners never practice their bunts. They don't consistently bunt when they have to, because they're still too reliant on the long ball. As we're at 1-0 for Randy Arozarena.
And sadly, that's most.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be 1-1.
Wow.
For the El Rando Grando.
Wow.
And now here is the 1-1, the pitch. And now here's a liner, and that's going to be a base hit, and that should be ending the game. Here comes, no! J.P. Crawford didn't run for it. No!
I don't get the call there, because now if Cal hits it into the infield and the
double play.
Yeah, you could get a double play and the inning's over. What was that?
Did Crawford just not have enough legs on that? Oh, Crawford, I think, had plenty of no.
It would have been close. But honestly, at that moment, I would have gone for it.
I don't know. I think
take the game
now
in your own hands.
Now here's the daring question. Do you dare authorize a stolen base by Randy Arozarena? So you can avoid that double play, and either way, you avoid that double play, whether he gets out or safe. That's the question. Fritz, what do you think? Now that we have conversations going on between pitchers and pitching coaches and the team, like, what do you see? Do you dare let Randy Arozarena go for that stolen base? And I think he just got pulled out of the game. I think they...
Let's see.
Or he's just having a drink.
Yeah, because they had a mound visit.
But that is the question. Veto the stolen base. No way, no way, no way. He says no.
Well, honestly, they just walked Cal.
Wise decision. So we don't really have that choice anyway.
Well, because that's what I was saying, is if they were pitching to Cal and Randy steals, they'll just walk Cal.
So they knew what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, No Face, how's it going?
Will No Face be here for like 2 seconds because the game will be over, or
no?
Or are we going to 27 innings?
Well, let's find
Yeah.
out. As we got Julio Rodriguez, the side chatter has got to be at a halt right now. Bases are loaded with one out. And now here is the pitch. And that was right in there for a strike. I don't know. Like, Julio is hot, but is he hot when it comes to these moments? I don't know.
You also have Josh Naylor coming up after him. So.
But if you don't hit into a double play, now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And what are you doing, Julio? And that's going to be 0-2. Oh, my God.
Honestly, in this moment, if you can't get the contact, just strike out and let Josh have a chance.
I don't know.
Because if you're getting out, the strike.
But Naylor has been cold, too. He hasn't really been doing much either.
I would want him more in that situation more than I would want Julio.
And now we're at 0-2, and Fritz is giving me the impression that he did strike out. I am a little bit behind. And now here is the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. And this is exactly why my video is heavily validated. Julio has no clutch, and he keeps doing something like this with the bases freaking loaded.
You know, it feels like I'm at an Astros game. It really does.
And now here is Josh Naylor. He is 1 for 3. All he's got to do is poke it, because that's what Julio was trying to do, is hitting home runs. Now the pitch, low for a ball. That nearly got away. That hit the dirt, and that's going to be ball 1.
That could have ended the game right there.
We would have liked to.
Well,
As we're at
he should have
1-0.
ended the game, but he decided, I'm going to just sit here.
It's almost like if fastballs didn't hurt so much, he would have just stuck his leg out and kicked it. But that's the thing. It's a 98. Those things hurt like a you-know-what. As we're at 1-0, and now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball, and is that going to be playable? Foul ball as we're at 1-1.
Well, luckily, it was out of play.
I really do think if the Mariners don't get out of this inning, it's over, because then the momentum all goes to the Cardinals. As we're at 1-1 for Josh Naylor. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore. As we're at 1-2. And this game has gone into 3 hours, by the way. And by the way, I'm really hungry. I didn't even have dinner. Not a good one either. As we're at 1-2 for Josh Naylor, and time has been called.
Just get a pitch clock violation and just get out of this place.
Yeah, but if that means you just get a ball, so it doesn't really matter. As we're at 1-2
a batter pitch
on
clock.
Josh Naylor, and I'm calling strikeout on this one. I don't see a way for the Mariners to get out of this because their offense has been atrocious today. And now here is the 1-2 pitch, and that is barely missing it for a ball. Yes, that was out of the strike zone, but with the frame job, that could have sold it to the umpire. But that frame job probably would have been too obvious, so Mariners catch a break on that, as now we're at 2-2.
Not a single pitch has been in the strike zone.
And now here is the pitch. And a swing!
All 5 pitches were out of the strike zone. Literally, if he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game would be over.
Are you serious?
If he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game's over.
Honestly, I think that is a and
this is why I don't think anyone in the AL West is going to do anything in the playoffs.
Do you think that's a YouTube short moment where I go, ah!
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. Is there a paper bag around here?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you know what's better? This is the first world problems warning, but I looked at my fridge in this house.
Yeah.
And guess what was in there? Just freaking beer! Oh, don't even look at me. And the worst part of this, my hands also smell like popcorn for whatever reason. RPG, you couldn't be any more correct.
Oh.
You know, if I'm a Mariners fan, if Mariners lose this game, given the situation that Houston won, Texas won, I want Mariner fans to boo the damn team tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have Mariner fans that are going to go, well, at least we won the series. No, that is not enough. Mariners have an opportunity to just be one game back, and they're just about to throw it in the toilet.
Oh.
And now we've got, I think, a new pitcher. Is this Jackson? Or this still Jackson? Got a man on second base. And now here's the pitch. And that is a strike.
Well, and also one thing I think that needs to happen is you need a hitting coach to come in here and be all like, hey, guys, you don't need to hit home runs. You can hit singles. You can
now
hit
we're at
doubles.
0-1 the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. As we're at 1-1, and my Ring doorbell is going off, and I wonder who that is. I'm kind of terrified who it is. Someone's at my front door. As we're at 1-1, and now here's the pitch.
Jackson's still in,
and that's going to be a ball 2-1. If the doorbell went off, I would have been horrified. I think it was just an accidental motion. As we're at 2-1,
you know, you could be like,
and the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that's going to be a foul ball.
Those horror stories you hear about, you know, people with Ring doorbell cameras in the middle of the night, they get like motion detected and they look at the camera and someone's staring into it.
I wonder if it's because I was screaming and the neighbor next to me could be concerned, like, hey, are you okay?
Let's hope it's that. Let's hope it's a concerned neighbor.
As we're at 2-2, and that's going to be a foul ball. They maybe think that it could be like, maybe they thought there was like a crazy squatter coming into my house. As now we're at 2-2.
Not, you know, a creeper or something like that.
I think it's just a concerned neighbor's like, hey, is everything okay? And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. And then my parents are going to be like, yeah, that's just our son and our YouTube channel. It's not a big deal. Actually, it is a big deal because I gave you guys a heart attack. I think my next door neighbor heard me. As we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Naylor. It's going to go to first base, but the problem is that does move the runner to third base, and I would wonder if they're going to intentionally walk someone to try to get that double play, because no matter what happens, it is very scoreable.
Yeah. Because honestly, I don't know in this situation if you.
Oh, it's Sagis. No, walk him. He's 3 for 4. Walk him.
But then you have Pajes coming up, who's 2 for 4.
Either way, I'd still take the risk because.
Which then at that point, then you walk him and you have Fermin, who's 0 for 3, come up.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball as he tried to push him back. You know, I'm not against it. The bunt. If Cole Young saw Wilson coming in, then why didn't he just pull back and try to swing? You know, that is a good point. Because it was just too obvious. As we're at 1-0, the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball 2-0. And I'm really feeling like it just feels like it's only a matter of time that the Cardinals score. But this is my ignorant self saying, why are the Cardinals even trying? Don't they want to get a better draft pick and better draft odds? I know that's just ignorant to say, but I'm just that desperate as we're at 2-0. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
Oh, Dodgers lead now 9-0.
Well, that helps. As now we're at 2-1.
Dodgers on your fantasy team, they did well.
By the way, my neighbors should not be concerned because they saw my car, not the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. So that's going to be 3-1. I could tell he couldn't bunt the second he held up the bat. Yeah. 3-1, and I think they're just going to walk this guy. I would not throw a strike on him. I'd take the risk. Now here's the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit, and this ball game is pretty much over.
Probably game-o.
Yeah, that is game over right there. We've got a single, and that may be just the dagger, and I'm calling for it. Mariner fans, when you go to the game tomorrow, please boo the shit out of this team because you're now losing a game out of Houston and you're only a half game ahead of Texas in the wild card. It is over. Boo the team tomorrow. Hold the team accountable. No more bullshit.
With a loss here, you're tied with Texas. It was only a half game back because Mariners hadn't finished the game yet. So it'll be tied, but you have the tiebreaker, so you're still ahead. But
as now we're at 0-1, and the worst part is the core of the Mariners offense will not be available for next inning unless something drastic happens. As we're at 0-1 for Pajes, and now here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball.
We're watching
1-1.
baseball. That is what we're watching.
We're not even watching. It's unwatchable baseball. I will tell you that. Now the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike two.
Astros for like the last 2 months. Unwatchable.
I mean, I'm conflicted. Brash could have been used. I agree with that. Munoz, I would have saved him for tomorrow if necessary.
It's also weird that at this moment you say, yeah, let's keep Jackson in for 2 innings.
But if the Mariners lose, at least we won the series. It doesn't matter at this point. Everything counts. Now, if the Mariners got blown up in this game, I'll be like, okay, fine, whatever. Move on. But when you lose like this, and now here's the runner goes, and now the ball gets away. Terrible pitching by Jackson, and now the double play is gone.
Yep.
I am so tempted to just hit the end button, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, and by the way, my numbers went down to 8.
Well, yeah. So now it's 6. They're running. They're all like, the fair weather's over.
Yep. And now the 2-2 pitch. And now here's a liner to left field, and that's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah, that was close because that probably would
have made it 3-1.
And that really would have made it over.
I mean, do you think it's justified to boo this team by tomorrow, in your opinion?
Yes.
But Mariner fans will do that because
I wish more people in Houston would boo the Astros sometimes, but we don't.
They're more likely to boo than the Mariner fans. Mariner fans are literally afraid of booing their own team because they think it's fair weatherism. And now it's 2-2. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. The thing is, people that say the word bandwagon or fair weather really don't know what that means. Fair weather means you only support the team or you watch the team when they're good and you don't pay attention to them when they're bad. But the thing is, too many people are accusing of people of criticizing the team when they're paying attention to them. They know what's going on, and yet they're still called the fair weather fan. And do you know who the real fair weather fans are? The ones that call people fair weather fans because they never went through pain like me. They jumped onto this team in 2022. I said it. They've only been part of this team since 22, and then they're telling me how to be a fan. There's a reason why I don't have a relationship with Mojo, Locked On, and Raise the Trident. There's a reason for that because they think I'm a fair weather mentality hate speech guy. And now, by what I'm doing, people are going to accuse me of doing that too, and I'm taking the damn risk.
Well, because the thing is that some people might be all like, oh, you're just a spoiled Astros fan, when I'm all like, man, this team sucks. And I'm all like, no, I sat through those 100-loss seasons.
Yeah, he did. He upheld that. Now we're at 1-0.
This is a different kind of suck. Because back then, those 100-loss seasons,
now the pitch,
you knew you were getting what you were getting.
That is a strike, 1-1. They say that leaving Jackson in was a critical error.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, RPG said this. They tell me to go be a Yankee fan. So it's like damned if you do or damned if you don't.
Well, and
now here's the 1-1. Now here's a ground ball diving stop by Suarez and the throw to first, and that's going to be in time. And that's going to retire the side. But it is going to be the last try for the Mariners. And I don't know.
Suarez and Victor are going to be up.
I don't like that. So you have Naylor at second base.
Or 1-for-9.
No, this game has been uniquely infuriated. I usually don't get annoyed over games, but here's the thing. I think everyone can agree that even if the Fritz likes the Mojo channel.
Oof. Oh no.
That is your prerogative. Here's the thing. I respect them that they are much more consistent than me. They've been grinding for years. I will give them that. I just don't agree with them. That's it.
Well, and also I'll say one thing that's funny about Yankees fans is really their run in the late 90s and then also 2009 was a lot of luck. They got really lucky in getting a lot of that team assembled. And if it wasn't for that, their last win would be in the 70s.
Have you ever been more certain of a loss with a runner in second down one? Of course. The momentum's gone.
Well, it's that saying of you're only down by 1, but it might as well be 10.
You know what? Maybe they need this kick in the butt kind of thing.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro.
Yeah,
when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby!
Let's go!
And we are back from the break. Now here is Jorge Polanco with Naylor on second base. And now here's the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and that's fouled. And that looked good for just a moment. Oh, the crazy thing is, believe it or not, and you're free to ask Urinating Tree, I actually helped him write that script. No one would believe me, but that's how I met. That's how I talked to him. And now we're at 0-1 and the pitch. Now here's a liner to right field. And there's going to be a base hit. And the ball game is going to be tied. Here comes Josh Naylor. And the Mariners have tied it to be 2-2 on an RBI double by Jorge Polanco. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm going to get a heart attack by the end of this game, to be honest with you. And the thing is, I also took the risk because I have nobody here to give me CPR. That's the risk of living by yourself.
They're just all like, no, we are going to make this game go to 27 innings.
Leo Rivas, I assume, is going to be taking over. Yep, yes. That's him taking over for Jorge Polanco. Polanco, you did it, man. You tied the ball game, gave us Mariners hope, but Fritz is like, dude, just make it end. I agree. And now here is Eugenio Suarez, who is 0-for-4. And now here is the pitch inside for a ball. 14 viewers on this show. I totally appreciate all of you being here. Honestly, when I put that banner there, I thought I was taking a risk, but it seems that people are cool with it.
Yeah, but no, the funny thing is we were down to 6. Those fair weather fans, as soon as they scored, woo!
No, they were here before that. I think they all I think what they did was they left for a moment and threw up in the toilet. And now the pitch outside for a ball 2-0. And now we're at, they're calling the good vibes only. We're at 2-0 for Eugenio Suarez. He just needs a little bit of a poking hit, and this game will end. And now here is going to be the 2-0 pitch. What? Why are you?
The Mariners don't want this game to end. They wanted to.
My point was, it's awesome.
I meant this
0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
He literally.
Now we're at 2-1 for Eugenio Suarez, and now here is the pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 2. Does anything surprise me? Nope.
Again, not a single pitch in the strike zone.
Yeah, but yeah, Oh wait, Fritz, I already explained how I feel about Mariners Mojo, and I respect them. Yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. And we're at 2-2, and now here is the pitch, way outside for a ball. The only YouTubers that I really talk to are Jay Trident Podcast. He's all I've got, and that's okay. The other ones just did not work for me. It's all good. Now we're at 3-2. Luke Raley's on deck, by the way. Now the pitch. And that is going to be ball 4, take your base. But there's only one downside to it. And actually,
for O'Brien,
I think maybe they should have Luke Raley bunt on this one. Just advance the runners. RPG, Couch GM, I haven't really talked to him. I think we also didn't really have much chemistry between each other. We had about a couple shows, but then after that was kind of like meh. So, but I respect his work too. He admitted that he's made $24,000 off of being a YouTuber. So that's all respect there. So, Couch GM, I got on the wrong foot with everyone. Let's be honest. My whole Mariners fandom thing, it really just rubbed people off the wrong way. Like, I had to learn this whole, there's ways to say it and there's ways to not. And you definitely saw my OG days where you're like, man, you got a long ways to go. You got ways to go. And people like you did not give up on me, but a lot of people did.
BC in your dreams. BC in your dreams.
You never know. You never know.
Do we honestly see the Dodgers repeating? They look god-awful.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez is like worse than the 2023 Teoscar. They'd be laughing at it. 2023 one would be. I remember about hearing on you on Facebook, and not a single person said a nice thing about you. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now the pitch, and actually going for the bunt.
Imagine what they would say when they hear you have an Astros fan calling some of your game.
Man, many people really don't like me at all, and I'd like to see the post. I'd be very interested. And now we're at 1-0, and now the pitch, and that's gonna be a bunt, and that is an absolute beauty. Throw to third, and that is safe, and the bases are loaded, and with nobody out. Hey, Josh, I have a question. Bases loaded, nobody out. What can possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Wow, RPG, really? I never really pay attention to these Facebooks, but people, man. Well, I better be careful when I go out in public, and I know that's too soon to say, but if I become famous, then I better have a facility where, let's say if I do become famous and people want me to like do stuff like what our friend Charlie did, it would definitely be indoors. It's not going to be outdoors. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to be indoors, and I'm going to overpay for maximum security. Like I'm talking SWAT team level kind of security. And now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. You might want to make that negative 700 because JP Crawford is a stink hole. And now that's going to be 0-2. With runners in scoring position, JP Crawford is a 279 hitter. But can JP Crawford keep this up? Can he end this for the Mariners and be the hero? He has done this before. And now here's the 0-2 pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a forced out at home. And the throw to first. And that's going to be not in time.
That was
nothing
close,
really.
though.
That was really close.
That was close to being in a double play.
JP Crawford didn't even hustle on that one either.
Now, does O'Brien get pulled here?
I wonder what the manager is talking about here.
Well, do they want to have another look at it? Because it was close.
Well, JP not hustling is going to be the downfall. Bad hitting by... Yeah, Fritz said, dude, stop swinging. Yeah. So it's going to be the play to home and to go to first. But he was way off the bag anyway. That is why you don't tempt fate by saying what could possibly go. Looks like RPG's like, hey, it's rooftop ball.
That's why I called my inner Thanos and said everything.
All American Wrestling Show says, "Come on, Seattle, yes, please, come on." And now here is Cole Young. Oh my God, Cole Young is up. were wrecked.
Hey,
And now the pitch,
there's only
and
one
that
out.
is going to be a strike.
There's only one out, and then you have Randy up.
Oh, they were saying that it could have been an interference call.
Oh,
So that's where the Mariners lucked out. They've been way too lucky in this game. And now we're at 0-1, and he has done this before. Cole Young has done it. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. It's almost like I'm not even surprised at this point. I think that's what they're telling the Cardinals to do. Just keep giving them crappy pitches because they're just going to swing at them anyway.
That's probably why O'Brien hasn't been pulled yet.
Yeah, because they trust him. They don't even have to pitch strikes at all. And now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball, and that's going to be
It's only one out.
0-2. Yeah, but one out is still too much for the Mariners. One out is like two outs to them, and 2 outs for the Cardinals to the Mariners would be like no outs. As we're at 0-2, and the stretch, he is ready. And now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. Fritz says, literally, I mean, yeah, look at 0-2. How about you don't throw a strike? Throw 3 balls in a row. Yeah, just do that. You don't even have to throw strikes on this team. And now we're at 0-2 for Cole Young. And this game will die. The pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball go to the plate and a throw to first, and that is in time for the double play. It ends it with a double play, and the side is retired. And be right back.
Everything.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh. And Hancock's in. And Scott the Second is up to bat.
RPG, if you want to throw me under the bus for this game, permission effing granted. That's all I'm going to say. As we are back from the break, and no matter how this game goes, I'm going to go to some fast food place and eat some food, and oh my God, I don't know. I might just be too tired to even do 2 YouTube shorts when I get home. And I have a lot of opportunities to do it. But I won't do it.
Out one is probably the best.
With a nailer one where I screamed.
Yeah.
The problem is the Mariners replay of the entire game won't be available until like midnight. So by the time I'll probably be sleeping. But maybe I can just put the clip of myself and it said my reaction to Josh Naylor striking out, and I'll be like, ah! And now we're at 1-0 for Scott the Second by Hancock. And now the pitch, and now it's going to be a bunt, and that's going to be a foul ball, 1-1. I didn't cash out my cards bet when they were. So are you at the casino right now, Fritz, or where are you at? And which state are you doing it at? Not that I'm going to rat you out or anything. All I know is Washington doing gambling from home is going to be is illegal, unfortunately, unless you're in the actual casino. Mariners, I mean, there was a time when a fan bet money on the Reds, and that's going to be 2-2, swing and a miss by the way. and then the Mariners' back-to-back home run effort happened, and now I'm down to 11 viewers. This has been a very volatile day. I think my goal for next year is to try to get into the 20s consistently. And now we're at 2-2, and now here is the pitch, way inside for a ball. A state you can do it legally. That is true. Now we're at 3-2 on Hancock. On Scott, the second. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner and fouled. As you can tell, I'm like kind of really depressed about how this game's really been going. Like, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I am sad. What happened throughout the day. And what I need is a stressful Mariners game. That's exactly what I needed today. Now the 3-2. And now here's going to be a blooper, and that's going to be easy play throw to first. Barely in time, and that's going to be 1 out. This one, I'm just really playing bored now. Oh, Fritz, you've really carried this. Where's all my other friends? Like, where's Flick of the Switch? He probably fell asleep. Where's All American Wrestling Show? Where's Teresa K? Where are all of you? You guys disappeared on me. That is just great. I didn't even ask for anything. The only thing I asked was just this and a like button.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
As we are at Lars Nuke Bar, and now the pitch. This is why I am not a professional broadcaster. I would not be able to last on a job like that. And now they're trying to get Bizzardo on the mound. Ground ball single incoming. Are you warning me? The pitch, and that's going to be popped up into J.P. Crawford. He's there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. And what's his name? RPG. I will try to not tempt fate again. I think he's putting this on me right now. So be it. Again, all opinions are welcome as long as you're not someone sending porn links. Because I've gotten those.
Well, Randy, Cal, and Julio will be coming up at the.
But we got to take care of this. Here's Herrera. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be cutting it close, and now he tags him, and that's going to retire the side and an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners, and we'll be going into the bottom of the 12th, and it is still 2-2, 8 hits.
If they go to the 13th, Hancock will probably still be pitching because Hancock's probably their pitcher that they're just going to leave out.
I would imagine, and I wouldn't be opposed to it because he pitched pretty well in that inning.
The only thing that can save this is if Cal gets home.
You know what I should have done? I should have ordered pizza from Sahara Pizza, and they're closed now.
Good plug-in. Good plug-in. It's almost like you guys.
And I should have done content on it, going, "Hey, I'm getting some pizza right now." I am such an idiot.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Well, yeah, I am.
Fernandez is the pitcher for the Cardinals.
Someone called me harsh for saying that the whole Sam Darnold fumbled the ball. Man, people really love to say things to me. And you know what? I said it. I'm going to keep saying it. Your comments are all welcome. I won't block people from it. But this guy on my banner reminds everyone that it's all about having a conversation, whether you agree with them or not. And I have a lot of friends on both sides of the you-know-what.
Yeah.
I try my best to get along with them. One of my best friends, actually, we don't agree on everything either. And the way we talk about it, you could almost put us in a talk show. He's the one that's Epic C filmed. He's on my Seahawks game.
Yeah.
And now we are back from the break. Emerson Hancock's already sweating. He had a really good inning, though, so I'll give him that.
Yeah. The only thing
here is Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Cole Young at second base. This is an opportunity to pitch, and that's going to be a strike. That's great, Randy. Let's just not swing at good pitches and then swing at bad ones.
No, just let Cal walk the game off.
And now
Cal
here
do it.
is the pitch, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. And there you go again. He doesn't swing at a strike, but he will swing at a pitch like that. And that's going to be 0-2. This game has been ruling, and now we're talking about 0-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that's going to be caught by the first baseman.
And Cal gets walked. So, no, Cal is not walking it off, unfortunately.
He's not walking, is he?
Well, no,
Are they
no,
going to take a chance?
He's walking now, but he's not walking it off.
I only have 11 people here. I miss all of you 9 people that were here.
Oh, it's up to 13. It's up to 13.
You're really oh yeah. Oh, they hit the double play, didn't he? Seems like it. As we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. He has a chance to be the hero, but time is really running out on the Mariners. And now here is the pitch.
Anything to inflate
Swing and a miss, and that is strike one. Here's the thing. At this point, I am like out of energy to even be angry. I'm more like, wow, this is just depressing. And now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Just one simple hit can just get Cole Young in there with his feet. And J.P. Crawford really should have ran that home. I would have rather test the fate. And now we're at 1-1, the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field, and that is fouled. They did walk Cal Raleigh. And if Julio strikes out, Naylor's going to have another chance, but I don't think I can trust him because he's not having a good game, especially in the clutch. As now we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is just dribbling through, and it's going to go foul.
Wow. Yeah, they walked it down.
It was a very smart move. Honestly, though, I hate to say it, but it's getting to the point that I actually respect the Cardinals for what they're doing. That's painful to say, but it's the truth. And the funny thing was, a 49ers fan actually watched my show, and he was like, I actually respect you because you're actually fair and objective, knowing that you're a Seahawks fan. As we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. As he is 2 for 5, has a chance to be hero, or he has a chance to be a 0. And now here's the pitch. And does that surprise me? Swing and a miss, strike 3. And this is exactly why. That's the thing. It's like I'm not even like upset.
Perfectly Julio.
It's like vintage Julio Rodriguez.
To show for it.
He has absolutely 0 clutch. And now here is Josh Naylor. And he has a chance, but he's only 1 for 4. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And by the way, I have to start charging my stuff because my battery is now down to 28% on my phone and 26% on my tablet. As now we are at 1-0. And now the pitch low for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. Now, I would be happy if the bases do get loaded, but the Mariners literally fail on bases loaded situations.
And you got no Polanco anymore.
Polanco is out of the picture. Now you only have Leo Rivas, as now we're at 2-0. And now here is the pitch. Low for a ball 3. I think that's why they are low-keying, trying to intentionally walk him, because, can you imagine these guys in crunch time in a playoff game? Not capable. This is what panic in a big moment looks like, as we're at 3-0, as I'm going to start charging my stuff.
And Fritz,
now here's the pitch.
I don't think
and that is a strike.
Because
they called that a strike. Of course they did.
The Astros and the Rangers are very much like this. Sure, the Rangers are a little bit hot right now, but they're very much
now we're at 3-1. Hold on a moment. And now here is the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's not going to get it done. And he's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire the side. I am not even upset. I am just amused.
Let the game end.
It's almost like you're cheering for the Cardinals at this point because they are more trusted to win this game than the Mariners. Oh my gosh. Like, I am hungry. I am tired. I am frustrated. I am depressed. Cardinals will probably score 3 or 4 runs, and then the Mariners will score 2. That sounds about right.
Let it consume you.
I know.
Gosh. Well, you know, at least they aren't wasting any more of the bullpen. What delusional, you know? Huh. Interesting.
Jose Campos. Well, Charlie Kirk is he's a conservative. He is, sorry. Yeah, Charlie Kirk is he's a passionate conservative activist and podcaster and content creator who got his life taken away by an assassination, a successful. Oh boy. BC is going to. Oh no. BC, I'm going to tell you this. If you feel like you have to run away from my channel, permission fucking granted. BC, if you leave, if you want to say it, if you want to hit the unsubscribe. BC is more like, oh, you just spilled the beans. Oh God! I just opened Pandora's box on myself for today. Now the pitch. Now check swing did he go? He did not.
Actually, a lot of people on both sides. Sure, there's the crazy people, but a lot of them on both sides are kind of all like, "This is not tolerated. You should."
No, and there's the 1-0. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul, and Hancock's still in the mound.
That's the only bright thing is that they didn't pull Hancock, so. You're not.
Yeah, but
can this game end?
But yeah, but let me emphasize this to all of you, for everyone that has been flexible with me with the banner I've got and was got a foul ball.
Yeah, RPG. I regret.
I do appreciate everyone's.
I regret that.
I appreciate everyone's flexibility on being tolerant of what I put this show based on. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Not like I looked for it. It's just that people kept sharing it. I mean, people shared it because it's a very hot topic. That's all I'm going to say. And I know there's people saying that don't post it, just post about the things. But people feel that it's more of an awareness thing than anything else.
Interesting thing is that actually. The FBI is asking people.
1-2. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and Randy Rosarena will catch it.
Of people at the event.
Hey, but BC, let me make it clear to you that other than today and will be tomorrow, politics for me is a rarity to talk about, and it's something I don't like to talk about. But when something like drastic like this happens, a little bit more of me does get a little bit exposed. I do feel bad for it because I know there's people that don't like him. I get it. People don't agree with everyone. But when something like that happens, of course I'm going to do something like this that may make people uncomfortable. And if they don't want to be here, I'm not going to force you. You don't have to be on the show. It's It's your prerogative.
Yeah. If you feel that way, there's the door.
Just leave. Just go.
Yeah.
Like, put it this way. People had opportunities to not make the man grow to like millions of subscribers based on what he does, but people kept going towards him and wanted to talk to him and argue with him. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right to Emerson Hancock for the first in time.
This game is going to go to literally 27 innings. I jinxed
Love him or
it.
hate him, at the end of the day, he's a human, a father, and a dad. He is, and he is a man that created thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs.
Yep.
That's the other thing you cannot take away from him, too. And I know, and here's the thing, on the other side, emotions would be not much different either. So, but this game has been so bad, it brought me to that topic, and that's going to be a swing and a miss.
Oh my gosh.
We had an early game this year. Exactly announcements. Do you have an emotional capacity for 106 and 2 of these? I mean, look at me. I'm still here with my 60-second game, and now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled. No, okay, never mind. 3 outs.
I wish it had been gone, because then the game might be over.
Okay, I'm gonna play. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? What do I want to play? Pizza.
Half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is gonna be tiki tiki. Tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
Jose Campos, yeah, you did bring me to that topic, and I did have to answer it, so there you go. I just get a bit of adrenaline. People like, what are you, Rooftop? What are you? What are you? And by the way, put it in the comments. Do you know where the name Rooftop even came from and where was that originated? Would anyone like to answer that in the comments as well?
I'm pretty sure I know where that came from.
Okay, what year?
The logo.
The logo gave it away, didn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm all like, oh!
And now here is the pitch to Rivas, and you spoil it. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball belted to deep right field. The ball game is over. The Mariners scored an unlikely home run by Leo Rivas, and the Mariners have won 4-2. And it was a huge home run by Leo freaking Rivas.
I can go
the
eat
Mariners
dinner.
survived. I cannot believe what I just saw. What am I just looking at?
Dinner.
And I get it, Josh. You were so shocked that you couldn't help yourself. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable home run, and what a way to close it.
Like before, the Mariners heard about that money and they went, yoink, my money.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Here's all I'm gonna say, because I gotta roll because I want Joshy to get his nice little noggin sleep.
I gotta go.
Josh, shout out to you for being here with me for almost 4 flippin' hours. Fritz, thank you for carrying this entire conversation. RPG, thanks for reminding me not to test fate. Jose Campos, thank you for partially exposing who I am. BC, thank you for staying with me, even though if you left me and said, unsubscribe, I hate you, I still would have loved you for still subscribing to me from day one. And Teresa K, thank you for your flexibility of being here. Thank you, Flick of the Switch, for being here. And you know what? Everyone, thank you for your flexibility on having me put out a banner of honoring a man that not everyone agrees with. That's all I'm going to say. Honestly, I risked it. I thought no one was going to watch my show because of it, and I risked it. I was just so much in the emotion today that I just couldn't help. And now look what I did. I have people still talking. And the thing was, I demonetized this show. And I asked people to not donate. But anyways, Josh, do you have any final thoughts on this game? And everyone, can you put in the comments on how you really felt on this game?
Why couldn't they have ended the game sooner?
That is true.
Well,
but now,
what are your thoughts for the upcoming series?
My senses are tingling that it will be a split 2-2 because Mike Trout,
Miller, and Soriano are starting pitchers for tomorrow.
I don't know, but it's going to be a challenge, especially when you have like probably your low end pitchers. Like you've already used Kirby, already used Logan Gilbert, already used.
Bullpen's already been used.
Most of the bullpen has already been used, so it's going to be a tough series. But I've said what I said. But Josh, I'm sending you to bed. I got to go home. I'm actually going to go stop somewhere and eat some food because I am flipping hungry.
So am I.
So, anyways, everyone, thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your flexibility. Thank you for your understanding of how I felt about how today went. And once again, I will say it one more time. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, and condolences to your family and to all those that were close to him, including the ones that argued with him. I'll even give you love there for willing to talk to him. But everyone, until then, I will be back for September 11th, 2025, to honor those who lost their lives on September 11th. And once again, everyone, thank you for being here. And go Mariners.
No Astros.